I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over yourself.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Man on this beautiful Friday morning. It is the beginning of the last weekend in the month of November, going into December. Yesterday was Thanksgiving in the United States of America. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Today is Black Friday. You understand, May. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed your turkey. For those of you who are Jamaican, I know you did some curry goat, some oxtail, some ackee and saltfish, though it was Thanksgiving. Bless upon yourself. Hope you spent the day with your family. You understand me? Very important, because you work hard, so you need to spend quality time with your family. You understand me? So I hope you use the opportunity to do that. And you gave thanks to your family. And you mended the broken relationships by choosing to forgive and by asking for forgiveness for the wrongs that you have done. Oftentimes, families are torn apart by simple disputes. So I hope as you celebrated Thanksgiving, you spoke to your uncle, you spoke to your sister again, you spoke to your brother, you reached out to your father, you reached out to your mother, you talked to your auntie, your uncle, that cousin that you and they had the contention. I hope you fix those issues, because life is very short. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. And one of the biggest things in this life is relationship. Life is centered around relationship. Relationship with God and relationship with men, people in general. Because the cross is vertical, going up to the creator, the one that is higher than all of us. And it is also horizontal. How you relate to God, how you relate to people. And you can't have a good relationship with God without a healthy relationship with people. You can't have a healthy relationship with people without understanding the depths of God's love for you. All right? So big up on yourself. All right? All of you. That is my word of encouragement for you on this good. Well, not Good Friday. They call it Black Friday. Why you call it Black Friday? White Friday. This is White Friday, not Black Friday. So today, management choose to call today White Friday, not Black Friday. White Friday is the day. All right. Big up to all of you. Chorus Carnif. Big up yourself. Duckland. Chris Romans. Punrai. I don't like that name. Punrai. I don't like that name. Punrai. Change the name. Use a different name. Punrai. I don't like that name. I don't know. That name kind of sound weird. Punrai. Or a pun. Pun. Like the figure of speech. A pun. Or pun. Pun or pun. I don't know. But I don't like the name they do. Can you change that name? Please. I don't like it. I don't like that name at all. Jew, aka Jew Fortes. Up, man of God. Blessings to you every time. You understand me? Yep. Thank you, Jew. It is Super Friday. Listen, thank you so much. I haven't seen like super stickers and super chat in a while. I think I saw one from Jason recently. So again, thank you so much. Jew Fortis, you understand me? Man of God, big music director, you understand me? Bass player and lots of other things. Played college football. Very humble youth, you know, people. Like I tell you, like I have some. We are social media friends, and I've happened to like meet some of them. And most of the people are on my platform that I meet. They have this humble persona. You understand me? People like Kerry James, though he's always trolling people. Jason Ferron. Me not know I'm supposed to call them surname though. Jason, right? All right. Joe, big up yourself. Mark, know yourself, you know. I mean, I haven't met Jason Guna, but I was somebody who know me and know Jason Guna very well. Tell me about Jason Guna. You understand me? Good youth, although him give me a hard time, you know. Of all persons on YouTube, and me in question the most. Want to know that. But you know, we have a mutual understanding and a friendship. Big up yourself. You know, say Coach Minzy and them people, they're cranky. Andre, you understand me? Lots and lots of people. But I had to call out these names because they have a triple E. Haven't met yet. Fabi is this humble persona. You understand me? My brethren were everywhere the reggae boys play. I always watch the channel. Like he was there in the Rose Bowl in that game from them time. Him wear the same reggae boys shirt. Every reggae boys game. Big up yourself. I know you all watch. Everywhere Jamaica play, him in the game, in the States, I mean. Always healing. No matter where, him always ask people, go find Manny's man for me. Find him, tell Manny's man to me there. And I keep forgetting his name, him go beat me when he see me again. But bless up yourself. You understand me? Yeah. All right. And all the others. Some of you are meeting Jamaica as well. And, you know, respect to every single one of you. Lots of love, because it's good to have a community of people that can reason and dialogue and debate and still show respect for the most part. You understand me? I really appreciate that. All right. Oh, it is pun, not pun. All right, pun. Oh, you like the title? You know, I was going to make the title a little different, you know. But for those of you who have the kind of mind like the Campion people them have, like don't bother think smutty, right? It's absolute purity. The title, the first part of the title of the video. All right. So if you go to campaign and you start think all kind of things, erase those thoughts from your mind. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yep. What else? Yeah, man. So big up everybody else on the platform. Demo, bless up yourself, you know. Dima is a good youth, good youth, trying to give back to him community. Him have a big thing over there. And Dima, you need to call in and tell the people what you're doing over in the community that you grew up in Jamaica, in Augustown. You need to call in and talk to the people, boss. You understand? Every day, you used to be on the thing, but believe no man. No, you need to be calling in. Your thing is coming up, boss. You need to be calling in on every show and talking about what is going on. You get up every day and talk about Liverpool. You need to talk about Augustown, my boss. All right, after 30 minutes, you can call it Demo and think, you understand me? So, yeah, man, so bless up. People, we haven't said this yet, but please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. It is Super Friday, so if you can, no pressure, but would really appreciate it. We need 9 more super stickers, super chats to go. All right. So if you can give a super sticker, super chat of any amount to support the channel, so that maybe today Manny's man can go by him turtle, not him turkey, him turtle, not turtle. You understand me? And deal with some stuff, but deal with him film Thanksgiving dinner. Up, nobody does it better. You understand me? Yeah. But I saw this, I saw this post from Duckland in a group that we're in, and I'll give Duckland some credit today, because Duckland normally post a lot of things that are good enough. But this one was really, really good. You understand me? Because generally, say Duckland, Ballet TV, yeah. But he posted this and he says, it's never too late. Ray Kroc joined the McDonald's at 52. Henry Ford started Ford at 40. And Harlan Sanders started KFC at age 65. Now I will give you the fourth one, because he always have to put something in there. But I think that is good to tell you. No matter what stage you are in life, how old you are, you can still fulfill those dreams, desires, and passion. You understand me? Yeah. So no matter what age you are, believe. Just believe. You understand me? Just believe. Just believe. Just believe. All right? Just believe. All right. Today we want to talk about the Reggae Girlz needing support, and just something I saw with Bunny Shaw, that I think we need to support her. We're going to cover a little bit of EPL, and then we're going to talk about that whole video that Butler had mentioned Tappa and called him a donkey when he was talking about his coaching accumens. Look what Tappa has done. We are going to do that. But I know some of you are going to be vexed with me, but I have to do this. All right. So I had a conversation recently with the CEO, the president of the big organization just started, One Umbrella Sports Jamaica. All right. Some people call him Hubble Double, some call him Double Trouble. All right. You understand me? But Mr. Dixon, we will go by. And because an organization, a group, actually a female group, a couple of places had reached out to me about tickets for the girls' game. And but there's a team that needed some help to get some girls to a game. So he had bought tickets and given them away. I have to do this, right? He had bought tickets and he had given all tickets away, because I called him yesterday and I said, listen, I heard you on the radio, and this organization, this is One Umbrella Sports Jamaica now. They need some tickets, all right? Have you given away all the tickets? And he says, yes, all the tickets are done. But he says, man is man, you have opened a door for me. You and I am sure sports, and I want to help. All right? And in no time, he got 10 tickets to give to this group of female footballers who want to go and watch the game. So right now, we have to big up One Umbrella Sports Jamaica, because you may not like his approach, but he gets things done. All right. So big up yourself. And because he did that, I was able to get 4 additional tickets to give to this team. So that's 14 tickets they were able to get. So big up the organizations who are helping to support not just male football, because oftentimes we are so centered as men. We are so focused on what is happening on the male side that we ignore that these girls have qualified for 2 World Cup, 2 consecutive World Cups, and the possibility, there's strong possibilities, given the youthfulness of this team, that they could go to a 3rd World Cup. And so he has gone the extra mile to make sure that whatever they do for the male team, they are making available for the female team. And so I have to big him up. So One Umbrella Sports Jamaica, big up. You understand me? Yeah. All right. So I had to do that. All right. Big up again. Second super chat for the day. Every mickle make a muckle. I never make a promise and don't fulfill it. Who the cap fit, wear it. I'm gonna trouble, I'm not going to get into that. I don't want any problems. I'm not getting not me. Go down that road. All right. So big up. But I don't know if you guys saw I'm not even sure, because how people getting strikes and warnings and video takedowns and all of those things. I don't want to play any audio clippings. I don't want to play any video clippings done by anyone else on my platform, unless I absolutely know that it would not be a problem. All right. So Dima, after I say this, you can. But I looked at the interview that was done with the press conference. Let me put it that way. I don't know how many of you saw it. The press conference with the senior coach for the Reggae Girlz, Hugh Busby and Khadija Bonishaw. I believe the all-time best female footballer the Caribbean has seen, and she certainly ranks in probably the top 10 all-time in CONCACAF. Ranks in there. And she has a far way to go in terms of her career. Big footballer, leading goal scorer for Manchester City. In 40 odd games for Jamaica, she has scored over 50 odd goals. She has records in the high school in Jamaica, records in college in the States and stuff. So her accolades could go on and 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 on. I have to separate male football from female football. So I wouldn't say that she's the best footballer, hands down, out of Jamaica. But certainly, she's the best female footballer. All right. I would not say she's the best footballer, right? Because on the male side, we have had, Jamaicans who have done well. And it's different. It's very hard. It's just like I don't compare Shelley with Usain Bolt. When you look at the time over the same distance, it's a far stretch. So I'm not going to. She's in a class by herself, and should be recognized and celebrated for that. All right. But Jason Guna said he saw the audio. He said the audio can be played. But I was very as I viewed it, I kind of felt like, because on most of the video, she had her head down. It almost like she didn't, this is how I felt, she didn't want to do the video, because I still believe, as a human, she probably feels like Jamaica don't love her, Jamaica don't appreciate her because of some of the previous things, especially when they opted not to turn up for that important fixture and just what happened in the World Cup. All right. I think we have forgiven Reggae Boys. We have to forgive her. We have to get past it and show her support. As a female, she was within her right to do what she did. And even if we don't like it, we have to move on from it. And so I want to take this opportunity to say to her, I know that she may not listen to these platforms, but somebody just let her know. Like you don't have to hold your head down, man. Lift up your head. Look Jamaica in the eyes and speak. Be a proud Jamaican because you wear the Jamaican jersey with pride. We are glad that you're back because you're important to female football in Jamaica. Because you're born and bred in this country. You grew up in a very difficult circumstances. And to have excelled to where you are will always be seen as a next one who defied the odds. You should be proud. And whatever has happened in the past has happened in the past. Nobody is going to boo you. Nobody should boo you when you play. The fact that you're here is showing that there's a part of you that longs to represent Jamaica. There may be other things that are happening behind the scene that we're unaware of. But I think your persona, your disposition in that video left a lot to be desired. And really and truly, I feel like, yeah, you need to do a next interview with a smile on your face, with your head held high, with your chin lifted up, looking in the eyes of the Jamaican people, saying to them, you love and appreciate them because they love and appreciate you. You're lauded by many for your tremendous achievement, and that is for all the girls. And you are the one player, you are the one player who can connect the footballing fans with the Reggae Girlz. Because the girls, honestly, the girls don't get support. And if there's one person who can do that, it's you. That's how influential you are. Now, like I said, I don't know all the workings because you said some very key things. And sometimes in trying to not expose what is happening, trying to be careful when we try to walk on eggshells, we cause a lot of problems. Right? So let me say, you said everything has changed. It's 14, but that's part of what she said in the interview. It has been 1 year and I think 4 months, she said, and the entire backroom staff has changed. And so the fact that you said that, it really says to someone like me that you're really saying this is a brand new project, a brand new program. And while you were not being critical, even those words are very profound. Very profound. Because really what you're saying is that it's a new setup. It does also speak to the fact that the expectations or what is available in comparison to what you had before is no longer there. And you, as the leader, is a reflection many times of the state of the rest of the team. So I am glad that you said that, because someone like me with a keen ear is really thinking like the team, for the most part, believe like what they are presently experiencing is not at the level. I don't know if it is administrative or coaching, but your sentiment and disposition does say that, man, this is where we are falling to. That's how you look. That's it. And you weren't trying to probably sell that idea, and not everyone will see it, but I saw that. No, I don't know. I don't know if it is administratively that things are not the way they used to be. I don't know if it is in terms of the technical aspect of the game, things are not the way it used to be. It could be that the training facility, because I watched a JPL game recently in Mobile, and there's a lot to be desired, right, in terms of the condition. Unless that's drastically improve, which is possible, but I doubt. Which is possible, but I doubt. Which could be possible. The facility, the surface could have drastically, miraculously improved leaps and bounds. But I must say, I do not think that is the case. It could be because of that. Or it could be just you're still reflecting on what happened in the past. Right? And Mr. Press Officer, I don't know who was leading this, right? I think it would have been very good if there were some like there was some like let me say, if I were to go to the game based on the press conference, I would be wavering in my mind. So I would say, even in terms of the press, you have to almost like determine from before what you're going to sell to the fans before you actually do the press conference. So when you come out of the press conference, there is a clear directive. All right? All right. Where can we watch the match? No catching all the match I play Duklan. No must catching all you can watch the match. What kind of question that Duklan asking me? Duklan, you should pay for the question there. The game is being played at Catherine Hall. If you want to watch the match, no Catherine Hall, you go watch the match. Where else can you watch it? Who is here? Big up Mr. Ruda Speed. Mr. Speed is here for one reason, and one reason only, and that for the the JPL part of the show. Even have nothing else. Mr. Speed is on the platform today for one reason only, because he want to hear me talk about by Mount Pleasant and them game last night. I shall get to that. I shall get to the cricket match that was played on by Waterhouse. I will get to the cricket. I will get to the cricket match that was played at Waterhouse. You don't have to worry about that. That cricket game must be discussed. Must be discussed. And I'm going to deal with Coach Theodore Whitmore when I get there. Yeah, yes, good. That's true. Yeah. Oh, Domino's Duckland. Yeah. But the disposition, yeah, there you go, Jason Good. So you can tell by how I spoke that you can say that, boy, look like management really saying the field is not up to standard. That would be a reasonable conclusion to come to, which is what I'm saying, that her disposition could lead people to a sort of conclusion. All right. Mr. Speed, hey, Mr. Speed, you need to join the show, and because this is now the second person that you promised jersey on the show, and all know them don't get the Cavaliers jersey. All know, Mr. Speed, you must make. Are you Mr. United that talk when him say he doesn't make a promise he can't fulfill? Who the cap fit, let them wear it? Are you him that talk? Yeah. All right, so the Reggae Girlz need your support, so come out and support them. Demo, you can call in and talk to them about what's going on in Augustown. And then I know have the jerseys. What size? All right. Yeah, Baggio. Baggio is the next man. Baggio 2 years now, the man promised the jersey. But Baggio, you know that he was trying to. Yeah, Baggio, you know what for real though, Baggio? Yes, with your jersey. Because around 2 years now, it's not Mr. Speed Baggio. I think it was the picking up of the jersey. Badger. Right? I think that is your problem. I don't blame Mr. Speed for Joe. I blame Mr. Speed, but not for your one, Badger. But I'm gonna send Mr. Speed the link. All right. We have online for former resident of Augustown. It goes by the name Freemo. You know him very well, Liverpool supporter.
What is man? What is man? Big up yourself. Big up everybody in the chat. It's my message, yo.
Yeah. Let me find. Oh, yeah. All right.
Because I was asking for the link, because this is not a joke. But
so people who call in on the phone joke, but people who have the link serious. All right, boss, not a problem.
you send the link to important people. See, Mr. Speed, I'm gonna get the link. Only big shots get the link.
Oh, my name Shots Business. Right. Anyways, I'll send you the link. Demo, you're very important. I'll send you the link.
All right, well, I'll be back.
All right. Yeah. Mr. Speed, you need to come talk to the people them about so Mr. Speed get email Mr. Speed work with we see if we can get him come talk about when we come beat him how Cavaliers approach the second half, more some people come beat him, although him same take a break from YouTube still. I don't know that he will come on people because him depend on a 1 year high sabbatical from all YouTube platforms. You understand me? So, but I gotta try my luck and send him the link and see if he will come on and sing. And then I'll get back to some of your comments. I think that is Demo. Bam. Hold on, Demo. So as soon as you come share what going over Augustown there. Yeah. All right. So here we go. So yeah, man. So this is Demo. Demo, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon. Happy after Thanksgiving.
So first of all, so you can't tell me happy birthday to boss.
Happy belated birthday, boss. Happy belated birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Honestly, big up and appreciate the platform as well, man. Like, I know we joke around a lot and stuff, but this is something serious to me. Again, big up everybody in the comment section and happy Thanksgiving. We just passed to everybody who celebrates and stuff. But for me, this is something close to the heart, and this was always a plan of mine to give back to the community. But this is not an initiative on my own. We have a group of people, like friends and family members, who just took it upon ourselves to give back to the community. You know what I mean? And so,
which community, boss?
So I am from Hermitage. Like, but no, everybody keep on and say Augustown, but I am from Hermitage per se. I mean, it spreads throughout, Gola, Augustown, Jungle 12, all of that place there. Like everybody, invited and stuff. So what we have before us is a 6-a-side winter classic tournament. Like you can see it right there. So Manning's man bring it up. Is a football competition with 16 teams. I wish I had the other person here with me. But him phone a day because I wanted him to call in as well to speak about it. It's just a group of us who decided to do it and just give back some positivity to the community. If you hear Augustown, a lot of people like, the connotations that come along with Augustown and Hermitage and Gola and that kind of stuff there. And it's usually negative. Like, I'm not gonna call nobody name, but him know himself. I actually reached out because, we're looking for sponsors and stuff like that. And we had to speak to a lot of sponsors to get this on the road because, like I say, we had to do this ourselves. So we'll speak to the MP, Flavor, and a lot of people to try and get this on the ground. And I mentioned to somebody on your channel, a very prominent man, Manning's man. Mention it to the man and I say, I need some media coverage, somebody who takes some pictures and, can video the thing for you and make the thing look professional. And the man said, which community? I'm going to say Augustown or Hermitage. The man said, me not come up that side there, man. So him say him not give up pass you with back gate. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to call him name. It's fine, I'm understand. I get what comes with the territory. And so, it's very hard to get, people to come and do stuff there. But because we're from there and we see the need need, this is something that we look to put on. And so as you can see, $100,000 is the prize money. So obviously no scrubs allowed. This is some real football competition. 6-a-side tournament, and 50,000 for the second place, straight elimination. That's just the football side of it. I think by now all the teams have been submitted and the football side of things is already taken care of. So I don't think
if it is 100,000 US and 50,000 US are Jamaican.
no boss, no. Whoever boss or mom, it is 100,000 Jamaican dollars and 50,000 Jamaican dollars. Like I said, this is from sponsorship and our own doing, right? And so the youths in the community love play football. Like I was mentioning in the group the other day that just recently when I came down to help and deal with this, there's a guy who plays for Jamaica under 17 with them called Nacho. I don't know his real name, but somebody I gotta tell me his real name and him play for Jamaica. I made a play ball with him and where we're gonna play. So obviously we have talents that come out there. So that's the football aspect of things. And like I said, the youths love playing football and we have some real talent out there. Some will soon play for Jamaica national team, so don't worry about that. But the other side of things is also the educational village. Again, we're trying uplift the youths and we're trying not just make it about just the football side, but the educational village is a massive part. The fire department is involved. They're supposed to come around there, the fire trucks, and they're going to do the drills during halftime. The church is also involved. That's Escarpment Road Church at the top of the community. Everybody's supposed to know the New Testament Church Day. I actually came down to meet with a member of Sagicor to get some more sponsors. And like, we have a lot of things to be done, right? And so I appreciate the highlight that we're getting, and big up management for giving me the opportunity to come in here and present it to you guys. If we can, if you want to sponsor or help out in any way possible, it will be highly appreciated. Like it's
GoFundMe though. Like a
no.
There's no. Or a page where people can just go on and suppose somebody want to cash up or Zelle money. How do they do that?
Yeah, so there's also I think there's a account because we're going through the Hermitage Football Foundation. So there's an account, but you can just send me the money and me will deal with it too. We're not robbing the money. So and there's other sponsors on the thing as well. So all of it is there. I don't want to stay forever and take up the whole of the show. But management has also been a massive help.
You have to call out some of the sponsors, bro. You can't just not call the sponsors.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the first one that we got on board was Red Bull. They were supposed to drop by with the sound system and the truck with drive by and stuff, but we'll just be getting the Red Bull stuff from there. Red Bull, the church. I can't remember all of the sponsors off of my head right now, but there's a lot of sponsors, and we're looking to get some more sealed. We help. I
love the angle you're taking it, because you're getting corporate Jamaica, you're getting the politician involved. You mentioned the politician. I hope you reach out to both sides of the fence, because you don't want people to believe that.
Yeah.
I hope you can also get UE involved, because they are right in the heart of the community.
Good thing you mentioned UE. So I was in Jamaica the other day. I think that's why I wish I had the other person here with me, because I'm here, so I can't do everything, and he's they're on the ground doing stuff. But the UE recently had a graduation, and they set up the place with all of the pretty things around the place. And I think maintenance, the head of maintenance, we also got a sponsor from a lecturer over UE as well. But the head of maintenance over UE actually say, all of the graduation stuff them with them use, can sponsor under them for the community and really. So big up to UE as well, because a good thing you mentioned that, because I would even remember that part.
Right. Somebody's asking, where will the ball be played? It's at the Hermitage.
Yeah, so it's the Hermitage complex. So it's the original flyer. This is just one of the flyers, but the flyers that will be going out, it will have a scan code on it. I'm sorry, I never seen it on the management. So when you scan it, it actually gives you the directions to the location itself. So it
did you engage the
yeah,
police
yeah.
as
So
well?
yeah. JCF is going to be there with a booth. So they're going to be booth for people to come, the police, the fire department.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I can't remember everything out
Should have
there.
the police have like a, probably like a game between the police and like, entertainers, because Auguston also have some people involved in the entertainment industry. One we
Yeah.
know pretty well, to see if we could play like before the final a
So
six-a-side game.
so why you know one call Sizzla name?
Because he's the one that we know, but I don't know if there are others. I can, yeah, man, sister.
Yeah.
But there
So
may be
I
other
mean, man
players
is
that we
man.
don't know, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a million ideas and stuff that we could do because this is our first time doing something like this, and honestly, like we never think it would have been this hard, especially to get sponsors. Like everybody giving us the run around and stuff, and it more difficult than it looks. So the second time will probably be better. We're looking to make it annual thing we'll do every year because like I say, this is just to promote positivity in the community.
Say we say it's say we say it's annual. They don't have to say every year though.
Jesus Christ. All right. Yes. Yeah. So something we're trying to. So obviously the first time there are going to be a lot of hiccups and stuff. But I just like I said, nobody who would do this, no apart from me who just turned 34 yesterday. Nobody no past 31. Just some young youths who see the need of the community and we are take it upon ourselves for just bring some positivity back to the community, right? So if you want to sponsor and stuff and reach out to me, Manning's man have my number. He has also been a massive help as well. So big up to Manning's man. Him supposed to give me a signed Reggae Boys jersey for giveaway, but that never happened. It's all right. We're not gonna load it up still. But
No,
yeah.
no, man. That can always be a. Don't worry yourself, Demon, man. Yeah, you got your
Yeah, man.
cover.
So it's December 14th, so time kind of wind down and stuff. So
Yeah. That's very good, though, Demon.
yeah,
Very
man. So if you know I reach out, I know say people afraid of Augustone and Hermitage and stuff, but it's not as crazy as people making it out to be. So please, we need the support, even for the educational village part. But you can come and watch some really good football, because I'm promising you, people coming to play for $100,000 is not no joke football. So I'm telling you that.
Dre, you see, you're getting Dre. Anyways, as sports asking how we can help with promotion, you know. But you know
Yeah,
that. So every Friday leading up to the thing, I am sure sports make sure at least one of the places you come and talk about it is, and I am
yes,
sure.
man. I really appreciate it. And then maybe the next time the other person.
Drew gonna help you. See one organization. My organization will donate. Give him my number, so I'll give you.
That's one umbrella.
Yeah, one umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate it, boss. Appreciate
Yeah,
it. So you
man.
can just make Manning's man do the link and then reach out to me and we can make it work.
Mr. Speed, have a pretty penny over there, you know. You probably.
Yeah. So right now, any help that we can get is helpful. So
and Rockford, I tell you that you can approach JPS as well.
JPS.
Yeah, man, Jamaica. Yeah, man, they have a thing.
But see, somebody here is saying that Mr. United saying him will donate, give him
Yeah.
the youth number right away.
Yeah, that them easy thing that.
Yeah, so I like to say I appreciate all the help that we can get, but I'm gonna want to take up the show and do all of this, you know. But I really appreciate the platform, man, and the help from everybody in the comments. Just big up on yourself, save me.
All right. Yeah,
man.
right.
So next Friday again, man. Hopefully, I have another representative, and him can tell you everything exactly as it is.
All right, and I just sent you the number to reach out. All right.
All right, boss. Big up.
Yeah, man. All right, and big up, Demo.
All right, big up. Thanks again, Sir Speed. Big up yourself.
Link me, RRC, link me and Soccer Next Gen on IG.
On what?
On IG.
All right, me just read the comments after I come off.
Yeah. All right, Demo. Bless
yeah,
you.
man.
All right. Yeah, man. So, all right. So there you go. That is Demo. We have. I don't even know how to get into this. People, let me just give you. So, Walker Cup final will be Excelsior versus Mona, because Mona defeated Stats. Phillips Williams again lose another penalty shootout. Oh my God. All right. So the Excelsior and Mona will play in the final of the Walker Cup. That's yesterday. Yesterday, rescheduled Premier League action. Mobile United 1, Waterhouse 1. Andre Fletcher with a penalty early in that game. Brian Brown equalized for Mobile United late in that game. All right. Top of the table. Tight. Bottom of the sorry, the other end of the table. Very surprised because
No, but before you go there, man, you know what say 2 years ago, Cavalier finish run out and the winner, the coach who win the league get coach of the year, right? Last year, the coach who come 6 get coach of the year, and them say me are the winning coach. Me are not coach of the year, no, me are the winning coach.
Yeah.
The way all this thing are going on, all if you come last, you turn out coach of the year same way, you know, all them something that happening, is I don't understand what is happening, you know. So some man are the best coach, and you see where the team there, but they would all get coach of the year when they finish. But continue still.
Okay, so people, I don't know what was the cause of this. All I know is that a couple of years ago, the technical director at Veer in a discussion about the present coach of Mount Pleasant referenced him as being a donkey.
No, Tivoli finished 6th when the playoff finished. Sorry, continue management. Yes.
Oh, yes. So like Duckland said, boy, the donkey kick hard. This is the worst defeat this season. And the last time a team got 6 in the JPL, the entire coaching staff was relieved of their duty out
But
in the
I thought that Mount Pleasant take them foot off for the gas in the second half. I think it could have been uglier.
I heard that it was a woeful performance. I don't know.
Mount Pleasant even kick a penalty.
Yes.
In the second half. Yeah.
I don't know what is going on at Veer. Well, we're waiting until the window open because, you know, the real players are going to come in January. The real players, because these are not the real players. No, these players are going to be a part of the team in January. There's a new set of players that they have been waiting on that are coming in January. But it was a walloping 4-0 in the first half. And to be fair, this game could have ended. They were playing with 10 men. The game could have ended like 12-0 easily. Easy. It was schoolboy football, like schoolboy football. I don't know if the thing is disintegrating, but something is wrong with Veer. It needs to be addressed. Or there will certainly be a plane in very short order. All right. If I knew the coach,
nobody don't know what the coach of Veer. So you're right. Yeah, you can't ask for the person sacking. Who is the coach? We don't know.
Fabi Frano is from St. Martin. I think you know him, Mr. Speed. He's asking, right? So they are starting a coaching group in St. Martin's, and he was asking if he could get the bylaws that you have for your coaching group.
Yeah, man.
You reach out to you already?
Busy. Whenever I have to look for it and send it to him. No worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man, they were leaking like NWC, boss. Not even NWC, the pipe the league, so boss. This was like the Notre Dame breaking, boss. But it was terrible, you know, people. It was terrible. The performance. Some people are saying that the Veer team was light. Listen, they changed the goalkeeper. Like how often they see in the Premier League a goalkeeper not injured and he's substituted. It wasn't good. How you substitute a goalkeeper? It's a joke thing.
No, you want the next one get some practice too. There was a lot of shots going to them.
I don't know what it was. But I don't know. Tappa and his team was merciless.
No, there wasn't. Them ease up. Them, to me, Tappa and him team should be investigated as to why the game never played in the same manner in the second half. That's what I think. I'm not going to about him was merciless. And anytime I see him, I'm going to ask him why he never played the same way in the second half like when he played in the first half.
When said that Butler and Lenny in the runnings for the best coach of the year.
I think them will get it too. You know, you can come anything and get it.
Well,
as long as you talk, yeah, you.
Oh, boy. No. Yeah, but Mr. Speed, I mean, we have not spoken. A lot of people really happy that your team won, but they were kind of curious in terms of nothing is wrong with Veer. Look at who is in the midfield. It's not, boss, it's not a midfield problem. Brethren, they're disorganized. It's not just the midfield. The team is disorganized. They don't play defense well. They don't build up and then progress the ball through the different thirds out of the field. So it is a whole, Brian was there, maybe need Brian to tell it's a whole thing. They don't defend. There's no defensive line. There's no line you have to play through. It's just every man doing their own thing. That's it. It's poor coaching setup. It's like, yeah, what I'm saying, knife through butter, boss. It's easy to get through them. But yeah. Yeah, so Mr. Speed, talk to us about, Cavaliers, the triumph. Like I said in my video, a lot of people don't realize that just the fact that you're in the final the second time around, having a lead in the first is a big thing. Qualifying again for the CONCACAF club championship, big deal. Historic. Outside of the money, but just historic, because I don't think
about money. I can't pay all of my bills them. Me have expenses too. I not just money alone. Me have expenses too. You think it's expensive and only 300 people come at the final? We don't make back the money at the gate and things.
But I tell you what to do, Mr. Speed. I tell you what to do, Portland is your place. Portland? Yes. Not this much, but no, when they play more. When they played Veer, they returned and played about Portland. What kind of part?
The truth is, as you said about the game, right? The first half, we did what we had to do. We're pressing where we're attacking. As you know, the first half, we really good with attack. If you look at the game again, we could have probably not, score another goal. But then, we have two injury concerns to our better players. And well, the three of them have injuries carrying, Sean, the striker, Busy and Jalmaro. All three of them carrying in knocks. So once we get the lead, we have to just play smart. We decide who we'll pull one of them, because we can't take the risk not having them, two of them down for the second leg, or one of them. Yeah. So we pull Atkinson, who has been our most influential player, 5 assists and 5 goals inside how much game we played, 6-7 games so far. So we pull him. Because once we pull him half time, the quality wasn't replicated. But then Cavalier, we have whole heap of tricks up with sleeves. So we say defensive masterclass. We say Busy, all right, thank you for the lead. Kind of set up standing the goal, and we say, yo, team, we could do what we have to do. So one of them objective was not to let them score a away goal. So we say, well, whatever we have to do, we're not gonna make that happen. So we have 45 minutes and the ref play 9 minutes more and never make a difference. We make sure we close it out. So in my mind, yes, people might want to do other things, but in my mind, we achieve with 2 objectives: get a lead. It's small, would I prefer a bigger lead, and keep a clean sheet. That's what we went to our objective, and we achieved both.
Yeah. Well, that is true. Listen, the standout is just the leadership of Richard King in the defense of Cavaliers, and many people saw the brief stint he had with the national team in the game against the USA. What are some of the factors that has really contributed to just his steady play, I would say, since he has returned from Iceland? He has looked a completely different player, taking on the leadership mantle, I think, since Kyle Ming Two of your more senior defenders. I think three of your most senior players left. Gadiel Irwin, Kyle Ming, Shanil. And he has taken over the leadership of the team. What will you say are the contributing factors to that?
So, but we lose more than that, because we don't have Adrian Reid and we don't have Ronaldo Barrett. We don't have Keanu Jackson. We don't have J. Light Smith and the other one. So, I mean, I hear the argument about whose team are going to return who and all of those things. We out and Cadet. We out like 7 hour players who normally would be starters or certainly to come on, So, but we don't make those things bother us. We just, get other players to come in, get stuck in. King, we thought him probably would have gone away already, but we decided to entrust him with the captaincy. But also, the team calmer now. We're playing different, much different. Suits his style even more. One of the reasons why we can play like this is because of him being one of the best passers in the business. So, we kind of, play a little bit different, and it suits him more. You see more of his natural attributes to him have coming out, even in the national setup games. Because as you know, this wasn't his only game for national team that he played well. If everybody remember in June in the World Cup qualifier, he was good every time they put him on the pitch too. Very good cameos. I mean, they never make him play a full match, but every time come on, it was the same thing. So I think him older and wiser. And he's just coming out in his game. And of course, the whole saying, some men are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness just upon them. Him just had to take over the leadership role as the most experienced centre back. And I think him striving. So that's why I'm looking so good.
Yeah. And also realize that you part of the season, you keep splitting the in White, who has not kept bad, and Vino Barkley also had a standout performance, saving multiple shots or opportunities.
Yeah, Vino Barkley is a good goalkeeper. Yeah. You hear me? Hello?
Yeah, man, I hear you now, yeah.
No, I said both goalkeepers are good goalkeepers. I mean, they are national goalkeepers, So it's just a matter of what we work with the argument with both of them. Both of them keep on and off, and anybody better keep in the playoffs. That's the deal that is on the table. So I keep the rivalry going, and everybody try to get better and better. So that's where they are. But they are good and outstanding players.
Yeah. Jason Goodman is asking, can you speak to the importance of Watson and Allen in the midfield?
Yeah, I mean, both players this is just the second year them really start playing Premier League, So it's astonishing as to what they are able to achieve so far. But they are quick and aggressive, and they guard the back line very well using them pace. I mean, they have a lot of ways to go to improve the midfield generals. But I think with the more games they play, it will happen. But no, they are our first choice right now. I mean, Adrian is not here. Bart is still playing schoolboy football. So right now, those two, have to be doing the job, and they're doing it.
Yeah, but you probably should be having back a couple of players, because the players, I think, like J. Simmons from Stats, their team is out now.
Yes, and, I'm getting back those two, J. Light Smith and
Gooden is also out.
Yeah, those two will
Barrett got knocked out of the Champions Cup by JC as well, and Keanu Jackson, they got knocked out of the Champions Cup. I don't know, maybe they're still in the Manning Cup though.
Yeah, they're still in the Manning Cup. So Barrett and Keanu Jackson, who have a lot of experience, they are out for now. Yes.
Yeah. That right back that came on. I don't know him, Janai Morgan. Where is he from? He just appeared from nowhere, started.
Yeah. That's his first start of the season. Oh, he's quality. You're going to hear a lot more about him. But he needs some experience because this is his first year again. He was with us for last year, but we didn't. I think he probably played one game. But this time, he has a lot of quality. This is probably his first start for the season. Yeah, it's his first start for the season because he had an injury. But he's a really quality player. We need to just get him up to the pace of the game.
Okay, so so tell us what is his background?
He's from St. Catherine. He used to play for the team near Royal Lakes. That's really where we'll find him from.
Okay. Yeah, I think Jason Gunnerich is right. The fact that they took him off because he made a challenge shortly after that, that could have been a second yellow. And then they kind of pulled him out of the game, which was
Yeah, because I
very.
was getting tired. So we realized he was getting tired. So, I couldn't chance him go back because you see the second, I don't think the second tackle was that bad, but the referee looked at him twice.
Yes.
That was the signal. We didn't need any more signal to say, maybe. And we had a good replacement for him too. I mean, McCleary's experience, so we decided to just pull him out. But as soon as him play more, you'll be hearing a lot more about him.
Yeah, what about, I haven't seen, is it Omarion Henry? He was at your team, he was at Heidel. I don't see him at Heidel. He's
overseas. Him have a bad injury. Him can't play.
Okay. We didn't know that. Okay, and Adrian Reed, people have been asking, can't make the squad anymore, not playing schoolboy football.
No, Adrian Reed is overseas on trials.
Okay. All right. For those who have been asking. All right, Mr. Speed. People been talking King going to be in the EPL in January. A lot of teams see him and want to sign him. This is from Conrad Civic.
Yeah, Conrad. You don't understand how this thing going on. Look here. I am not an agent, right? So let the agent them do them thing and me can't comment on those things. I hope him get through though, because I really want him to go overseas and play, because I think he do enough in Jamaica and he deserves to go overseas and play. And I think once he goes overseas, the sky's the limit. I believe in his ability, just that everybody don't.
Yeah. I see somebody saying Mr. Speed should recruit Malachi in your program. He would fit
Who is Malachi?
I think it's Malachi Douglas. I think isn't he at Dunbar then? He used to be at Clarendon College. And...
Oh, yeah. I think he's at Dunbar. I mean, if Malachi, I'm not going to recruit Malachi. The truth is, if Malachi want to come play for Cavalier, you know if you find me. So I could just leave it at that. Any young player who understand the game know where he should be. So if you don't know where you should be, wasn't he there once?
Duckland says he knows an agent who can get players get King in Europe. He has got players in Aston Villa and Chelsea.
I think him should get King in Europe. I would be happy if him do that. I just think that and Duckland, I agree with you saying he's an agent, not a coach. That's what him should stick to.
Yeah, Duckland want to get my channel. You don't want to get my channel taken down and don't want your pay show later with management and that guy over there, boss. So let me just continue my program. But like I said, very commendable by Cavaliers. Does the league allow you to? Yeah. Does the league allow you to not play this Sunday, seeing that you have to travel? You don't have any game.
No, we're not playing. No, our game is off.
Okay.
We're traveling tomorrow, you know.
Okay. So you travel. The team travels tomorrow. You play Tuesday, and then you come back on Wednesday.
Right. Yeah. No. We come back on Thursday, so we're going to play on the weekend. I think we have. It's Thursday before we come back, and we're going to.
So you're going to the DR. Do you have straight flight to the DR from Jamaica, or you have to go to the States? And how does that work? Or you have to do multiple? What is the travel like for the team?
Come on, you know we slick, man. Our thing done set already from months now. We are go straight to Santiago. We are land at Santiago Saturday by about 1 o'clock. So we now go through the US. Okay.
All right. Boris John says, congratulations to Cavaliers and victory in the first leg of the Conca Cup. Caribbean Cup Club Championship final. The game is Monday night, isn't it?
No, man. The game is Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. But remember, it could be 7 o'clock our time, because I think them 1 hour ahead of us. Yeah. Duckland
is saying that you have a big fan problem. What is your plan to address
that? I get to a new chairman. That's his job. My job is for just win match. I can't manage so much things.
So you're not the chairman?
No, I'm not.
All right. So you're the technical. So my time be confused.
No. Yeah, me is the sporting director. No, me not the technical director. Me is the sporting
all of a sudden, Paul Christie is sporting director. You're title
change. I'm my follow, yeah.
No, boss. I know that Paul Christie was the first person I hear named sporting director.
No. I was sporting director 1 year before Paul Christie come on Pleasant. And me my follow. But me agree, me a trendsetter, so no worry about it.
Okay, so you're the sporting director. Okay, so it's a chairman's job to help with that. All right.
Yeah, and the president, let them go deal with that.
Yeah, but the team is you're confident. The team is confident. You're confident that you can go. I mean, you didn't concede, which is, you said, one of your objective was not to concede. The second one was that you wanted a
lead.
A good lead, right?
I wanted a lead, any lead, but I would have preferred a bigger lead. But I'll work with what I have.
Okay. But somebody said the second is Monday. The game
is the third.
Yeah, the game is on the third, Jason. Certain that the game is on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, man.
Yeah. I think Malik is trying to get Malachi to call you, because I know Malik long time on the platform. Him have some connection to Malachi Douglas. I don't know how they're related, but they're connected. So he said, manager, ask Mr. Speed, how can anyone reach him?
Everybody have my number, because I'm not change my number. So you can reach me through you.
There you go. Almost all the persons in the comment section. You can all ask all Peso.
Yeah.
Because Peso is in the chat, so I'm careful what they say now, because I don't know. When they say nothing, do not say
Peso they have spread rumor about one player where I'm at from down west. You know, see, like
which
player?
Which player?
One player where you know, me just bust out the thing, because Peso think him smart. So me I bust out the thing. One man from a club called me. You know, the man called me, say him want me to give him the number for Harborview. For set up to make a player go to Harborview. Me I say, but you know easy. So you call me for Harborview number. So you see what happened? Peso give me number. Tell him to call me. Tell him say I try to get Harborview number for a player. So me go run on the player. You see what happened now? You know, see the trick. I'm gonna call me to get Harborview number.
Yeah.
No must be a trick that for a player go Harborview. You see the trick? So now me supposed to be interested in that.
So when you give the person Harborview number, them will contact Harborview for the player. Go to Harborview.
Yes. That make any sense? No must. So now Peso I say Harborview more pleasant than Cavalier want the player. You know the match I run up the price.
Oh,
you know see what I want.
Peso turn super agent. Yeah. Peso third super agent. Yeah, but like I said, I think the first half was very good, and I think understandably, I think, like, you know, you guys gonna have to address what happened in the second half.
No, but as I said before,
because I realized that they are big, tall, imposing, very slow, which I think you can beat them, because that big defender, them slow like a snail.
Yeah, but you see, one I think where we have to understand how the game stay, and it's how the game are playing now. People do what they have to do. Don't try to do something because the fans are gonna say you should have done this, or the people who are watching and understand. You see that thing we call a away goal rule is a wicked thing, you know. Because if the game finish 1-1, because me I try hunt some more, you know what happen? If we go back up here and the game draw, them still win. Yeah. So right now, me keep a clean sheet. So when me go Dominica Republic, if me score 1, you know, they have to score 3 for win.
Yeah, to win, yes.
Because if them score 2 and give me 2-1, me still win. It's not even go extra time. So you see that away goal rule make you have to really think how you approach the game. It's not just a normal game anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to do.
All right. So Demo said he was just promised 20,000 Jamaican as a sponsorship towards the Winter Classic, and he says he appreciate the platform and appreciate the One Umbrella group. Big up yourself, One Umbrella. Quick to work, boss. Quick to work. All right. Big up Garfield Rat Robinson says beat demonstrated. I think beat demonstrated coach speed. I think whatever that is great demonstration. I don't know. All right, I don't know. John PL says that boy speed, I felt they suffer under the pressure. You couldn't keep it good for at least 10 minutes in the second half. Or he was saying that the team couldn't keep the ball for 10 minutes in the second half. It's the thing though, what I want to talk to Mr. Because a lot of people believe that part of football is keeping the ball. Because, back in the days, people would say, if you have the ball, the other team can't score. What is your take on that sort of footballing philosophy? Like, if Cavaliers is really a good team, Cavaliers should be able to keep the ball, having the lead, and the other team should not get it. What would you say concerning that?
Look, everybody have different. If you even look across the world, everybody decide how they want to play different, right? One thing we learn in our coaching course is that you have to learn to play in at the moments. So if you are playing so whatever the hand you get, play it. Don't try play the hand where you not get. And that is what we have been able to do successfully and be a successful team. It is always going to happen if you're leading the next team. I go try come at you. So how you defend that? You have to put additional person to defend you. So if you want to say, and them will press your eye up the pitch. So you have to ask yourself the question, which one of them is a better approach from you? So what we did was try and play upon the counter attack, give them the space, put on a defensive masterclass because the team want to score on you, and then try what is easier way for you score is by the Kadema press your eyes like playing a transition, which we did, and we get a whole heap of chances after the goal now if people never realize it, so we get some cleaner chance. So we have to just do what we have to do for win. I am not the type who say this is better and this is not better. I have seen a team in a World Cup come fourth and them sometimes them have 17% of the ball. We had it 39%. I thought that was enough.
You know that the people gonna beat you though, because your Alan Blair says Speed complained about another team in the JPL recently about parking in the bus and not playing football. Then you come park.
I never park the bus. Who said? But look here, I wasn't complaining about it. No, but it wasn't the parking the bus was the problem in the racing game. People just believe it. What happened was as them drop down every minute and say them injured, and as a man get up, the next man drop down. A whole heap of things. And like one at a time, a one ball up on the pitch, we couldn't find a ball. Whole heap of things.
So it's more about the wasting time, the overall delaying, breaking momentum and thing, which is a part of game strategy and management, because your goalkeeper is the master of killing game like that,
You know the funny thing, him not do that no more and more. So if you notice him keep, but if you know, but if you notice, but
wasting time.
All right. The point I was trying to make is parking the bus is good. People do whatever you need to do for win. I don't have no problem with that. But guess what? At the end of the time, I can talk about anything I want to talk about because me not stop anybody from talk about what they want to talk about. But the point is, then should I park the bus again against more lines. So me don't know if parking the bus is the best thing for others. I tried it, but it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So this is a good one. Boris Johnson says, watch the game. Team did well. Just need to be quicker in transition from attack to defense. Plus more organized on set pieces, because I think the opportunities that the team created against, was from set piece. One is because they're tall, and I don't think the defenders, I think even though they're marking zones, they don't block out. So they don't, it's not like there's a strategic plan to block the taller players from the other team from having free headers, because they did end up getting, I think, around 4 or 5 corners consecutive.
They got 6 in a row.
6, yeah. And I feel like the defenders weren't blocking out. They were allowing them to get too easy of a header, especially because they are so big and tall. You know, I don't know how you do that if you set up zones and say, listen, you ensure you block out this zone so this person can come into this zone.
So they have a routine that they score a lot of goals from, where they come to the front post and head back to the back post. So it's something that we're wary of. So what happened? Them kind of because we were aware of it, them kind of did have us in a quandary because they come front and then go back. So but eventually, after I think about the second corner, I think we'll get it right after the third one, because then King and Leng decided to one, jump at the front and one jump at the back, regardless of who the ball got to. So that was why we were able to weather the storm eventually. But yeah, it's a work in progress. We did work on it, but we're able to keep our cool still and keep all the corners. Them get a lot of corners on us.
Yeah, what is the age group of your team? I just want people to know that this is still.
You mean the average age? Average age of my team are probably 20 point little. That's the average age.
Yeah, because that team look like a more older, mature team that have had several years playing and more ballers from other countries. I think there was a Colombian who was playing down their right side. I mean, he gave Christopher Ainsworth some difficulties in the second half. I think the young Trinidadian that he had really did well, especially in the first half, kind of double teaming on defense to help them. But overall, it's really very good. And I also think the competitiveness of the Premier League for the most part this season has also helped in the preparation of your team. I feel like this season there are more teams playing good football than last season. You think about Waterhouse playing well, Arnett Gardens playing well, you have Mount Pleasant, Portmore playing well, Tivoli on their day does well. So there are more teams, Mobile United playing well as well. So I think the competitive nature of the local league is also helping in keeping the sharpness and the quickness of your team and your players.
Yeah, last year we almost played the whole of this league without the Premier League starting. So it was good that the Premier League started this season, although some of the time we have a lot of games close and we get fatigued. But it is good. It helped us a lot. But I want somebody's typing in there that make you understand. This team named Cibao is not an ordinary team. So they have people from Colombia, Argentina, Spain, Panama. These are the professional people that this team go for. And the players who play from Damrep is the international players them. So this are not like there's any weaknesses on this team really. So
yeah, but you have players from Trinidad, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Suriname. Yeah. You have players from other
players from Uruguay against us. So I'm just
I'm just telling you. Nation, but you have players from other places as well.
Right. So this is not an ordinary team, and not to mention that the airport that we're landing in.
Where's the coach from? Their coach.
I think the coach is from Haiti. The airport that we're landing in near Cibao International Airport, you think that the team there, if you think more players have money, that the team they want different in them own hospital, they own schools, they own hotel,
you sure, or is that the city? The name of the city?
No, my understanding said the owner own all of those things. It's a jet, then fly come down here and fly go back. They not take private plane. They not take charter flight. The coach is Asian, yes. So nobody believes and a whole heap of things going against us, if we win against a team like that, They have only been in existence since 2015. They won the title 4 times or 5 times. They have the goods, the money, and the bucket to do it. So
yeah, well, if you win this, you can probably start building the Cavaliers Airport. Credit is good. But that is interesting though. A Haitian coach.
Yeah. So it's not easy to play against this team. They have a lot of experience. So there's one advantage that we have, and is that their team is older than our team, and it will try use to our benefit. So again, when people say why play them on them terms, these players, their pass completion rate are 90%. Them are not ordinary people. Them versing at the arts are keeping possession. So I don't know why I would have go up against them with possession when they clearly have players who understand it better than even my young team.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is use what we better at, and we know what that is. So yeah, people can say go and keep possession. It's like telling me say go keep possession against Spain. Try beat Spain in a possession game. Come on, you guys have to understand how the game play. There's different ways to win games.
Yeah.
I can't play their way. I'm not gonna win that battle. I have to play my way and win them.
Yeah, it was 92%, and Cavaliers was like 82% pass accuracy. Yeah, man. Boris is asking, will there be a all Premier League team at the end of the season, or a pool of like 30 best players?
There's a plan that
I
usually
think he's
happens.
thinking about the national team.
Yeah, there's a plan that usually happens every January, February. Remember, we always have a plan where the local players get a chance to impress the coach. So that will happen again next year.
Okay. But I think it's a good idea though if there could be even if the assistant coach, not necessarily the head coach if he's not available, but even if the assistant coach could, which team they did that with? I think Carl Grims used to do something like that where we meet with different groups, but maybe there should be an age group of young people. You see Richard Green from over Portland say you need to call the team Portland Cavaliers FC.
You put that in my mind. You put that in my mind.
Me put that in my mind. The man understand. The man understand the thing. The marketing of the thing. Yeah. Duckland says can build a hospital for people who get kicked by donkeys. I think Duckland a joke up the program.
Duckland now like that one them man.
Well, a joke up the program with it. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, man. But like I said, good to see the players. Interesting to see what will happen. But also, I want you to talk. What about the status of the stadium field? What was happening? What was wrong with it? A year players struggled on it because it just like they keep slipping. The patches keep coming up and stuff like that.
Yeah, the field was wet, you know. The field was. Remember, rain was falling like a couple of days, you know. I mean, not a full downpour, but on and off. So the field was wet. When you stop, also the patches come up, you know. So yeah, the stadium is what it is. I mean, we just have to play with anything we get. The stadium is just what it is. We can't do nothing about it now.
Have you played on the surface? Have you played in the particular stadium you're going to play before?
One time. And we do 3-3 with Cibo about 2 years ago when we had the COVID. Remember in the COVID tournament where everybody went to Damrep? Yeah, we played one time and we drew 3-3. We had 20 players and about 6 of them had COVID. And 3 of them
I remember.
Everybody alone. We were leading 2-0 after, and then they came back 2-1, and we got 3-1, and then they equalized and come 3-3 and knock us out of the tournament.
Yeah, man, that was with Nikashe, Murray, and those guys.
Yeah.
I remember. And Webster was there as well. Anderson was there. I think a couple of those guys were, like I said, they had.
But like Daxley had COVID, Vina had COVID.
Yes.
When name had COVID, it was striker.
Shanil.
No, Shanil.
Anderson
had COVID. Ming got injured and to come off. Yeah, man, we did go down. We did lose some of our better players into COVID.
Okay. No, Dr. Dan, you know, so I get rich and switch, but you see, I call upon super. People, them not even like the video, Dr. Dan, nowadays, you know, so you will find that 53. Look how long me on the platform. And only 53 likes. So I do a video for 20 minutes, Dr. Dan, and post it. In a known time, me have all 200 likes. Me on this now for 1 hour and 24 minutes. You understand me?
I have at 2 o'clock, so I have to leave in a couple of minutes. I have at 2 o'clock.
Man. Okay. All right. And there's a big coaching course going on in Centon. You'll be a part of it. I think there's a DRC license going on in Centon.
No, I'm not doing that one. The one that I'm doing is in St. Catherine and Portland. Those 2 parishes are my 2 parishes I get to do. Is the 500 coaching course that sponsored by Ministry of Sports and Ryan Neville. So
Oh,
everybody will pay $5,000 to do this.
yes.
Normally is 30,000. So people, if you're in the parish and want the course, just go sign up with your FA because them have space. Most of them have space.
And it's $5,000 to do the D
5,000
license.
to do the D license. So go sign up. We have coaching educators assigned to every parish. So as we speak, that is the route we're on. 500 coach, $5,000 for this year, and we'll try to repeat it next year. So sign up, people.
All right, Mr. Speed, thanks for your time, because I know you have to really appreciate you coming on and think all the best. You see you leave tomorrow, all the best. You know that Jamaica wishes you all the best. Somebody's asking when is the deadline. I don't know if you can just turn up tomorrow, but I suspect you'd have to probably register today. Just call
No. If it starts already, you can't just turn up. So, but I'm saying still a lot of them don't start yet. No, I'm just in a Senton alone. There's other parishes too. So just call the federation, whatever. Sorry,
the association,
the parish association, and sign and go get sign up, because even Kasaf have spaces. Whole parish have spaces where them not use, so you can get in there for 5,000. It's not cheaper, you know.
Yeah, Boris, he said that you should pay attention to the weather condition over there.
Yeah, we know it's probably going to be rough. It usually rain. It's raining now. When we went there the last time, it was raining. It's probably going to be raining. So, yeah, we might have to get make sure so we have the right footing. But we're determined, man, to do what we have to do.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All the best, Mr. Speed.
Yeah, man. Take care. Thanks for having me.
Blessings. Yeah, man. Good having you. All right. There you go, people. That was always happy when at short notice Mr. Speed jumps on. The under 17 team is actually also in camp this week as they continue their preparation for World Cup qualifying, which starts in next year. And so there has been an ongoing preparation by this team. They have a camp at the Captain Horace Burroughs Center of Excellence. So all the players, I think it's because it is Thanksgiving weekend, and the players are on holidays, especially those over from the US. They are in camp this weekend, so that's a big deal. People, if you're watching, please hit the like button, subscribe, share. Remember, it is Super Friday. We only have so far. We only have 2 Dege super chats. All right, we have 8 to go. So come on. I know some of you have been saying, whereas money is man being. You know, should have a lot of those things save up and thing, to give to the platform. All right, listen, we have the EPL coming up, and this is a very what I would say interesting EPL season, given what is going on with City, Liverpool's form, Arsenal coming back, Manchester United new coach, Tottenham are continuing to score a lot of goals. Midnight Cowboy, you keep on asking this. Answer you already, Izzy Grooves was out with a long-term injury. I think Izzy Grooves recently started playing. Recently. That is a let me tell you, let me give you the exact date when she came back from her injury. I figure that it will be very difficult to get her. Hold on a sec. I'm going to find this Izzy Grooves thing, and then I'm going to see a comment, a message coming. I'm going to check it. All right. Arsenal is back, not coming back. All right, Mr. Before the game. But very interesting how the league is poised right now. So let me see. So let me tell you when. So Izzy Grooves. All right. So on the 29th of October, Izzy Groove was clear to play and waiting to choose the best club option. This is last Friday. So she was in Canada getting speed of play session each week with MFA League One teams, men, as she wants to play above the current speed of the women's game. Still doing her morning and noon gym work to come back even stronger. So this was at the end of October. October. All right, Midnight Cowboy. So she was out of a club with an injury, trying to recover. So it will be very difficult, I think, for her to get into the squad at this time. But I know she's on the radar. So yeah. Leighton B, where can we watch the game? I understand that it's going to be on the JFF YouTube platform, but like I told Duckland, you can watch it at Catherine as well. Support the girls them and get some ticket. Again, big up to One Umbrella, who at known time bought tickets and gave away to many fans to go and watch the game. Does the under 17 include any player from Europe? Yes, of course. There are players from England. There's a player from the Netherlands. There's a player from Spain. Yeah. So there are players. They're from Canada, the US, Jamaica, England, Spain, the Netherlands. I know that players from those different areas have been in the team. The amount I don't know, but based on the construct of the team, a lot of the better players. There are some good players who still play and reside in Jamaica, but majority of the higher quality players are outside of Jamaica. But like again, I think the difference, and we don't want to get into all of this whole quota business, but the difference with this though is that a lot of these players are in America. And I always tell people, I feel like the view of players in America and the view for players in England is a little bit different, because the players in America normally are in Jamaica. They come and look for family, they visit and things. So I feel like people don't think like they are different from the local players. I think the distinction that oftentimes is made is when the players are from Europe and they feel like there's no connection. I think that is what goes through people's mind. But this team so far has players from Europe, Canada, US, and Jamaica. So I had to take that one. Yeah, so the EPL is very, very interesting. Interesting games coming up. Big game this weekend as well. Liverpool have a big one coming up on the back of their victory against back of their victory against yeah. So let me just show you the table, show you the matches. In fact, there is a game today, which is Brighton, who are doing well, versus Southampton. Southampton had an opportunity to pick up something in the game against Liverpool. Unfortunately, it never panned out that way. So they go to Brighton, who has been playing well, this season. That could be a tight game. But I think the big game this weekend, I believe, are the biggest game this weekend is really the two games I think we need to pay attention to this weekend. Chelsea versus Aston Villa on Sunday at 8:30, and Liverpool versus Manchester City on Sunday at 11 a.m. I think those are the games that we need to pay attention to. I think there are some good games. I don't think Tottenham will have an easy run against Fulham. I don't think Arsenal will have an easy game against West Ham, because those are London teams playing. Manchester United host Everton. I think that is going to be very tricky for Manchester United, but I believe that they are going to come out on top in that one. Nottingham Forest, Ipswich, good game. I think so there are some good games. Wolves have been doing well as well. The resurgence of Wolves, and so they go up against Bournemouth, who also have been doing well. So some very, very good game. Yeah. Big up. What you mean, man? Big up all the peeps over there in St. Louis. Yeah, man. Randon. Up, 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 up every time. Yeah, man. Ruud van Nistelrooy over there in Leicester. That will be interesting. I'm hoping that Bobby Reid will, we'll begin to get some more We need to talk to. Hold on. You know that somebody sent me a video and I was watching it. I was watching in Cranky's last video, and I must say something about Demo's Flyer. Look at Demo's Flyer again. Demo is a Liverpool man, and Demo have Erling Haaland and Vinny Jr. and the flyer that he made. All right, that's one thing. Demo, that not make no sense. But Cranky. All right, Cranky did a video recently. I think he was, and he kind of showed some of the the people who have, the Jeff Bezos. I think it's pronounced Elon Musk and Facebook Mark Zuckerberg about, and then he showed the Nigerian guy, some other black people who are billionaires, and he showed Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, and like the field that they're in and just how life is. But here's my position when it comes on to wealth. Every time that we discuss the wealth of what I say, of Caucasians, Caucasians, every time we discuss the wealth of Caucasians, it's very important that we remember the atrocities of slavery, the marginalizing of black families and black people, how long it took for black people to own real estate, that black Wall Street was destroyed, and those things have deep connection to the wealth. We must also look like when part of slavery was, instead of black people building up their own countries and the infrastructure in their countries, they were enslaved in other countries to build those countries with no returns to their own country. So when slavery was abolished and none of those things existed, black people had to start building infrastructure for themselves with resources they did not have. So the pathway to black people becoming millionaires and billionaires is behind people are white Caucasian people by at least 100 years. Now you have exception to that. Cranky, I'm not beating you, Cranky. So I listen to the boss, I listen to the program. So it must always be viewed in that context. Always be viewed. Because if a black man ends up being a billionaire, that in and of itself is a miracle. Because even in today's society, in even the United States of America, there are certain things, certain places, certain schools that black people are not allowed to attend or to work in. I'm going to give you a big deal right now. Now, here is where now Cranky and I are on the same page. Right now, if management come up with a new phone and call it We Phone, you see, because me a black man, black people not buy it. And white people not buying it. Let me say it again. Cranky, I shake it. Watch this. Right now, if me come with an invention, you know, Cranky, if me come with an invention, I invent a phone, Jamaica not buy it, man. You know, so if me cook the chicken same like KFC, if me cook the chicken same like KFC, no, none of the Jamaican now buy it. Them go to KFC, go line up. See what? Why, Cranky?
Management, you are taking my entire program out of context. What was the genesis of the whole discussion, management?
Go ahead and tell the people, because you're serious, I'm wrong.
The genesis of the discussion was, the headline was, is black culture a benefit or a detriment to black people?
Or a curse.
Or a curse. That should be a cursing thing.
Yeah.
Is that is a curse or a benefit for black people? That's the genesis.
Yes, and that me
The rationale, but you're talking about the history of blacks and what happened. We all know that. That wasn't the purpose. My point was this. A lot of black people have more money than the entertainers. We focus on the right thing. The guy from South Africa, the Gante, what's his name from technology? Stuart Smith, who worked on Wall Street. They have more money than the entertainers, but nobody hears about them most times. Because all we hear about the Oprahs and the Michaels and the Jay-Z's of the world, and those guys have more money than them. The reason why the comparison was, the white people we mentioned, they didn't make their money from sports. Most of them are new money. They made their money from technology. Stewart made his money from technology and he's black. The whole discussion was, there are kids to focus on education, industry, entrepreneurship, versus the over focus on entertainment and sports, which is part of our detriment. How many Jewish athletes do you know?
But I agree.
But no, when you're trying to go, because many people hear you say this, that's why I call in. You don't think Cranky is missing the big picture. And I miss some picture, man.
No, but I just said to you, here's where you are the eye or a lie. Cranky, let me tell you this right now, Cranky. If we start Princess Jillian fried chicken,
right?
Cranky, black people, we have been so maligned mentally that they're not going to buy it. They'd rather buy KFC. Why? That is what I want to understand. Why?
What? Look, man, I think we as a people, and I think these programs, and that's why when people beat YouTubers, I get perturbed, especially traditional media. Traditional media has not a good job of trying to influence kids' behavior to think a certain way enough, because they're so beholden to advertisers and other special interests. They can't spend the quality time to educate and inform these kids about how they should live, how they should think, how they should operate. Right? We have made time to do so. I'm getting a lot of feedback, man. I'm not sure what's happening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing it. We are hearing it loud and clear.
Yeah. They don't have the quality time spent management to really help the kids. And I think that's what we're doing. Even though we're talking about sports, you see me branch off into other things. At some point, I will stop talking about sports as much as I do, significantly, and focus on other things. Because when you get to my age, for example, you get very seasoned, and you look at the world, you're asking yourself, why is no black country doing really well? We have billions of black people here. We have probably billions of black people. Why is there no? If we have, say, 1/10 of the population by Earth, right? Why is it that no black country is doing well, really well? None. Because if they come and Barbados, for example, and they're not doing excellent, they're a small little island out in the sea someplace, right? No black country, with any sense. Look at Nigeria, about 300 million people. No black country is doing really, really well. Why, Mannings? I know we have the history of slaves. At some point, we have to pivot, man. We have to reset,
you know what somebody said to me though, that what we should check is that Asia and the continent of Africa itself has a greater percent of more millionaires and billionaires than places like the US. What happened is though that the US billionaires it's a small amount, but they have high amount of billions. So in other words, they have the Elon Musk.
That's not true.
And Asia. So they said that in Asia.
No, that's not true.
Hold on. So you're saying that in the Arab nations and in Asia, they don't have more millionaires than in the USA?
I don't know what the numbers are, Manning, but we got to be careful about billionaires and millionaires, right? And how do you define a millionaire?
We're talking.
Is a millionaire might work? Yeah, but I'm just saying, you only have 200 million people, You got to use ratios management. You can't use absolute numbers. Use ratios. You have 330 million people. How many of those are millionaires versus the rest of China, which we have a lot nowadays since the turn of the century? But percentage-wise, there's no comparison with US versus any other country. There's no comparison.
So USA has more millionaires. No, I'm asking. So USA
per capita they do.
Okay. What about
everything's per capita, man? Everything's per capita.
What about places like Saudi Arabia and those places?
We don't know how many millions. We don't know. We don't know if the state that most of the money. We just don't know. We don't have that. We don't have that intel, right?
So we don't know the
We don't have that intel because
they don't publicize it.
Right, because they have money, man. People don't realize, Saudi Arabia has their hands in almost every single major industry across the world in Manington in terms of where they invest in. If you look at, think about Tesla or think about Lucid, for example, which is running into trouble. Housing, whatever you want to think about management, Apple, they have investment. They don't say all the money are wasting. They waste a lot of it. They put their money in a lot of venture capital investment management, which is where you make real money. Venture capital investment. Which is where you make real. You start a company, man. You start a company, and they invest initially. If they have 10 things they invest in management and one hit, that's it. Yeah. Right? They make their money 10 times above the 10 they invested. So in essence, we don't know what their wealth is. We don't know what their wealth is.
But in
the video, we don't know what wealth is. We don't have that information. It's not that.
Your friend and my nemesis has come on and I knew him coming on to question because he only come on when he have questions, Just think about one person who would come on my show to ask questions.
So how come Cranky, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
I don't know how I became Cranky's friend and Man's man nemesis. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe because I have more tolerance of people outside Jamaica than some others. That could be
it. I don't know. But you're right. You're right, man. I do have a question for the both of you.
I'm telling you that you act like you don't know.
No, but that's how we encourage the conversation, right? Because to bring about understanding. Let me ask this. We're talking about people with resources. We're tying it to education. We're talking about sport and the industry and how it's populated with Black people. But there's some of the names that we call, like a Michael Jordan. A lot of these guys make millions of dollars in their career. Okay? What is preventing them utilizing that money to get into some other form of business, right, that help create other millionaires, right, who won't in sport? Because this is a time of the year, what we're going to see is, we're going to see basketball players, football players, whatever, they buy turkey, for example, and provide a meal to people in less fortunate communities, right? And one would think with the type of resources they have, maybe if you put a Walmart in that community, maybe they could earn the ability to buy their own meal. You see what I'm saying? So what about us is preventing us from taking the resources we earn from sport and put it into other areas that can create opportunities? Because I happen to believe that a lot of what we need, whether it's here or anywhere in the world, is opportunity, right? What is preventing that? What's your opinion on that, Cranky?
Well, I think the problem is that we don't know who we don't know what they invest in, right? We think we do. So JT, for example, his 2.5 billion didn't just come from him rapping. They invest in other things, which is how they come up with their network. Similar to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was brilliant in his initial negotiation in Nike, whereby he didn't just take the millions that Nike was offering. He took equity in Nike, and Nike grew exponentially. He became rich exponentially, right? And he was able to leverage that and go buy the Hornets, which then also appreciated. But you're right about the employment element of it, which is, do they buy businesses or invest in businesses where they now become an employer and that exponentially increase how they affect the communities that they come from? We don't have that intelligence. So I'll give you an example. People like Kevin Durant, for example, invest in a lot of venture capital companies, the private equity companies. So they make a lot of money apart from their earnings, but we won't know of it. But they're not public companies, so you can determine whether or not who they invest in. But I do agree with you, Andre, which is are they morally responsible for improving their communities? That's a question that they have to answer. We can't answer. And we don't have some of the information that says where they invest their money, who they invest in, and how that's helping their communities. But I do think that we as a community, especially in America, for example, for black people, it's one of the largest economies in the world. But as I said on the program the other day, which is when we spend $1 in our community, it's only $1, it goes away. When the Hasidic Jews spend $1, it's $20, $30. So that money is spent in their community. They own the businesses, they own the stores, they own
They own the banks.
They own everything around them. So the money just stays in their circles while we go buy the Prada, whatever you guys call it, or whatever thing is fashion and new, and it goes out of our community. So we can't. Yeah.
Skranky, is there a black-owned bank in the USA?
Yeah, there is. Carver Bank is black-owned. Missouri, small bank. There's a few of them. But Carver Bank, for example, if you go downtown Brooklyn, there's Carver Bank, but they don't grow, man. We open them, they come into the banks, they don't grow, they just stay stagnant.
But the other thing is that, would black people even put their monies in the black banks? That's the issue. Like I said, there's a mentality that you could open, say the Jay-Z builds this bank, opens this bank in New York, somewhere in Rhode Island or wherever. Would black people use that bank over the regular Bank of America, Chase Bank, or whatever? Would they?
So black people are like every other people, which is go ahead, Andre.
What I was going to say is I think it's you don't. So if we look, do you hire a coach? Do you hire a coach because you like him, or because he had a good playing career? Or do you hire a coach because he's competent and could do a good job for you? So it's the same thing. Sometimes
you're not talking about Jamaica, right? You're not talking about Jamaica, right?
No. Or Trinidad.
I'm actually talking about banks. so my thing is this, and I've dealt with black banks already. Sometimes it seems a little bit harder to do business with them than it would do with the other banks, right? So do I do business with them just because it's a black-owned bank? And there's a school of thought that thinks, well, because it's a black bank, in order for you to show your commitment to quote unquote blackness, you should survive. You should be able to endure whatever conditions you have to endure to prove your blackness, quote unquote blackness, right? It's the same thing like with HBCUs, for example. The condition of the HBCU here in the Carolinas is way different from all the ordinary schools, right? And in the UNC system, there are 16 different campuses, right? And some of them are HBCUs, but if you go to the HBCU campus, which is something I learned a long time ago, it's way different from a UNC or one of those places, right? It's like UNC or one of those places elite. I mean, they have the best of everything, right? Whether you're talking about the classroom or the school. So we as business owners have to be willing, and it goes back to the idea of to provide the best service possible to our people if we want them to do business with us. It can be that we do business with you just because you're black owned.
Yeah, but that's what the Chinese do. If the Chinese come to Jamaica and they see a Chinese bank, they're going to do the business with the Chinese bank just because they're Chinese.
Yeah, but I'm sure they get treated properly.
Yeah, money, we cannot make excuses for our people. We don't know how to behave. We don't know how to behave, man. I'm telling you, something, man. Something I want to support my restaurant, my people, and I go in the restaurant, I'm like, your ass is so rude. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you. Because you know why? The people in there believe they should be working someplace else. But it's not my fault they're working here. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And it's not their business, so they don't care. And they operate like they do with their friends, and especially Jamaican restaurants. I'm going to say that especially. They're rude, man. It's rude. And you're like, I'm like, you know what? I'm not coming back here. I'm spending my money. I want to be treated as if I'm a valued customer. I'm not dealing with you anymore. So that's a problem, man, because I want to spend my money. I'm going to give you an example, man. I have a property I want to sell now, and I want somebody black to sell it because I know they're going to get decent commission. But the person I'm dealing with, I'm like, it's not working. I know somebody who's Caucasian, man. And if I had them set, they can sell it in no time, man, at a better price. And I'm struggling, man. I'm telling you, I'm struggling. We don't make it easy for ourselves.
let me
We
say
don't
this.
make these versatiles, man. I'm telling you, we don't make these versatiles. We don't.
I need to mitigate this thing between, because I don't know if Duckland is trolling you or something, you know, because
You can stroll anyone and stroll. I not listen to look like.
all
Them
right.
can stroll anyone.
So that guy put up
But look like I said, I don't really care. You don't bother me.
I know that if I repeat his comment, you're gonna get livid. So let me just give Anthony back.
No, but I'm just saying this, man. There's some people, man, who don't have no sense. I'm gonna deal with them. We just load them, start them nonsense. No, like you said, somebody's trolling me about the interview with the president. And I listen to them saying, you know what, you guys annoy me. So here's what Manning's man. A lot of these guys who come on this platform, if you start saying something on a sport, they lose their mind. Like they don't live in society. They're so narrow in their thinking, Manning. After a while, I don't get so annoyed. I don't even want to deal with them anymore.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with them.
All right.
Right? I don't want to deal with them because they're just. I don't want to say they're stupid, but they're trying to be cute and look attention and not giving you attention. And them say, Jamaica, maybe you do it to me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. As of February 2023, there were 20 federally chartered black-owned banks in the United States. However, there are also over 300 credit unions that are at least partially black-owned. I think like a lot of the industries are not owned or operated. Like I said, like I think Andre said it earlier. Would Walmart give them a franchise? Why can't a black person start a franchise of store like a Walmart, where the goods are produced by black people, whatever they're selling, the rice, the whatever, right? The bank that the money goes in the same community is a black-owned bank. You understand me? The transportation, like, how do we get to that? Would that even be allowed in places like America?
No, it's not monopoly. So you want to run to anti-issues. It's allowed, Manning, man. You don't have to have like-minded people want to do things a certain way. And actually, it would benefit the community, Manning. Right? We have seen before with Black Wall Street where the establishment will find a way to preclude you from doing certain things. But we're in a different time now. And I guess we got to reset and rethink how we operate. It's important, Manning, man, for us to build generational wealth. Yeah. And you can't do it just your own. I'll give you an example. When Lowell started his Golden Cross franchise, it wasn't Lowell's idea to go franchise in a Manning. What Lowell did really well was Lowell had a board. And there's people on the board like Sims, who was an accountant, who gave him the idea. Lowell was an accountant too. You know what? You should go franchise in this. That's how Golden Cross came out the way it did.
Yeah.
So Lowell was very, very smart and thought about a lot of things. The whole franchise concept didn't come from Lowell. It came from somebody else. Yeah, but Lowell leverage it and realize it was a good idea.
And you know that there was a time though, and this is it, you know, a lot of the stuff in the States had to do with real estate, and you weren't allowed to. Like, I still believe that there's real estate that it's almost like it's earmarked for special groups.
So let me ask the question again. Let me ask you a question again.
Go ahead.
To both of you again. If, Cranky, your bank account right now, could anybody besides the U.S. government freeze your bank account?
Freeze my bank account? No. I know where you're going.
Management, could anybody besides the Jamaican government freeze your bank account?
So you can't say the U.S. government.
Well, the U.S. government or the Jamaican government, could anyone of them, other than them, freeze your bank account? Could a business, could the JFF freeze your bank account at the moment?
The hell?
Really? That must be a trick question.
No, it's not a trick question. No, trust me. I just use the JFF because
it's in my account.
I know where it's going. I know where it's going. Only
the American government. I don't think the Jamaican government.
Right.
Maybe I need that good. I'm gonna go ahead.
So during the COVID period of time, when this boy fell out with when Kanye fell out with Adidas, right? Because he had his issues with things he was saying and whatnot.
He didn't fall out with Adidas. He fell out with the Jewish community.
And he made the statement that Adidas froze his account. Right? That raises the question in my mind: who owns the money that's in the bank account?
No, I think it's a little bit different. I think what he may have been saying was they probably move money to his account, right? And they probably stop moving it. They probably move money between accounts. So he probably had accounts that they move money to because he's getting royalties, and they probably decided not to stop it.
But if somebody's stopping paying you and somebody freezing your account, it's two different things.
Unless they had a joint account. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
And this is what I'm saying. So my account is not a joint account with anybody other than my spouse. Right? So if you're paying me, if I have an employer and you're paying me, right? If you stop paying me, that's one thing, but you can't freeze my account that I can't get the money that's in the account. And that I find was interesting. And the reason why I'm raising that is because is that the reason why the amount of money that we hear about that's being generated in sports, right? Is that the reason why that money, it seems to be, we're not seeing investments in other areas, right? Because, if I give you a turkey this year for Thanksgiving, that's great. But hopefully by next year, you could be buying your own turkey because you're now working at the Walmart or at the Target or something that we have put up in your community, right? And so I think understanding the rules, the environment, right, that we are discussing, understanding the environment is important. And I always question whether that money belongs to the people that we believe own it.
Well, I think blacks and most athletes have done a better job in terms of the advisors they have and how they operate. In that, for example, in music, they're now owning their own publishing, right? They're trying to own their material and not be owned. That's why you see Jay-Z has done so well. That's why LeBron has done so well. And LeBron has done phenomenal, given that his circles made people he went up through high school with. They realized early, and they got good advice about you have to own, not be owned.
Yep.
And as such, you can generate wealth if you own. So some of those kids have done a brilliant job of it. But the point I was trying to make with my program was, even though they've done brilliant, look outside of sports and you see people doing better than they're doing. And also, those guys outside of sports are employers, not employees. Right? People like LeBron are probably employing some people, but not at the level of Stewart is, or of Smith is, or another guy, Dante.
The only thing that I think as part of your discussion, I think it could be perceived that you're suggesting we throw sport under the bus, right? Sport is an industry, right? And there's particular qualities that you need to have to play sport, and some communities just doesn't have it to the extent that we have it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's the reason why.
My goal is maybe that didn't come across well, but the whole thing is this: is that I think there's an overemphasis. Hey, if you live in New York, people are pure idiot. They are driving a star. Jesus Lord, I'm sorry. Pure idiot. Look at block up the road. Go on, man. No, the point I'm trying to make, Andre, is this: is that there's an overemphasis on sports when there are other disciplines out there which are just as lucrative. And look, there's only so much avenues for sports, Andre, right? Mm-hmm. All of the disciplines employ much more people than sports do. Sports has become extremely lucrative over the years. People want relief from their daily stress of life. So sports is now becoming much more of a business than it usually was. But even so, think about technology. When I go to India, Andre, I was very smiling, thinking everything they focus on is the here and now about technology. So they realize it's the future. It's everything, right? The society is now moved from industrialized to technology. And we as a people, if I go into corporate America, they're not a lot of blacks. The blacks in technology are far between. Therefore, I'm far between.
Hold on a minute. You're saying
Indians proliferate that industry.
Okay, but you're saying sport. You're saying sport, which means many different disciplines or areas. Football, cricket, whatever the case may be. A lot of the guys that play basketball come from middle class or upper middle class homes. A lot of them got a college education and completed it. So they're doing exactly what you are suggesting, but they decided to go play sport to make a living. But they're degreed, right? They have the college degrees and whatever. I think
most of them, Andre, most of them don't. Most of them don't, Andre. Come on, most of them don't.
I mean, the Grant Hill and those guys. I mean, and that's
don't use Grant Hill. Let's not use aberrations to normalize and say it's average. Grant Hill came from two-parent household, very lucrative. His dad was NFL player and a senior person in what? Was it Baltimore Orioles? Let's not use Grant Hill.
Well,
Just use look at LeBron James, for example. What else did he come from?
I think there's,
Kobe has a college degree.
but I think there's more like him than there are the ones that grew up in a. We hear about those because those stories are good stories. They're interesting stories. They made something out of nothing, right? They didn't grow up in a good household. They grew up in a single family home. I shouldn't say a good household, but a single family home. The dad wasn't around. They had all these challenges that now the sport give them a way out, right? Some of them embrace it. You know, they make the money, they move on with their life. Some continue to still make mistakes that you would wish that they wouldn't make, right? But sport in itself is an industry, and it gives a lot of people a way out, a life that they probably wouldn't have had otherwise if they'd gone on and do something else.
Yeah,
right?
but Andre, they get over publicized fame. Now, give me an example. A friend of mine was talking the other day. He's in Florida. He sells medical equipment. He was telling me about four brothers who come from St. Catherine. Difficult circumstances. 3 of them are doctors. I want to talk about that. They don't get that publicity. And they all do really, really well financially and otherwise. I want to talk about those things.
But are they doing as well as Lee and Bailey?
Yes.
In terms of financially. Really? No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Management. You know, my eye doctor, management.
Cranky.
Management. In the long term, they will management. Lee and Bailey's window for making money is probably a 12, 15-year period.
Are they doing as well as Usain Bolt? Yeah, go ahead.
Management, you guys keep using aberrations to normalize it. You get how many Usain Bolts are there in the world, management? How many LeBron James are there in the world? How many doctors are there in the world? How many electricians are there? How many plumbers are there? How many management? We're using aberrations to normalize them as if everybody can be a Usain Bolt. But 1 in a million versus, you know what? I can have 50 doctors.
But
come on, man.
But Cranky, what Andre is saying though is this. For how many Ben Carsons do we have? It's not a lot.
But management, I have more chance to become a Ben Carson than I have to be a Usain Bolt management.
Really?
Because yes, management. You know why management? Because we haven't invested in education like we should. Usain Bolt is unique physical attributes. Unless you're challenging the intellect of black people, management, then I'm gonna question what we're talking about.
No, because no.
We have 50 cardiologists and 50 heart doctors who are white, right? So we're saying blacks are not smart enough to be those kind of doctors.
No, man. What I am saying to you,
but that's
in certain fields, what I'm saying that in certain fields, in certain industries, for a black person to ascend to certain heights, it is similar to a Usain Bolt becoming the top athlete that he is.
No, I disagree. Totally disagree.
I'm not saying that they can't do the practice.
Ben Carson's story. You know Ben Carson's story.
Yes, of course I've heard gifted hands and so the point I'm making though.
No, it's early childhood and it's early education.
Yes, but what I'm saying though, Cranky, is that while he got there are many other persons who would have aspired to be where he's at. They're still practicing, still living life, still doing good, right, but not at his level. In the same way, in the field of sport, as you saying,
great point. Management, great point you make it. So here's the point, management. So if I try to be Ben Carson management and I don't get there, but I did really, really well, where do I end up versus that athlete management?
That is where I'm getting to. So let's look at basketball. Many of the players don't get to where LeBron James is, but I can tell you this, that they are well off. They may not get to LeBron James' status or Scottie Pippen is doing well. Dennis Rodman is doing well. So we can list the whole names of that Chicago. Steve Kerr, we can list that Chicago Bulls team. We can list the New York Knicks team. They may not have gotten to where Jordan is, but it's not that they're far off.
I think there's a lot of investment.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Cranky.
No, I'm trying to management. It's not that difficult to management. I said this the other day, management. I've been privileged to work in certain industries. The people I saw a lot of times management didn't look like me, and they were doing a lot of them were doing better than me, frankly, in some respects, or doing as well as I'm doing. Not that I did really well. But they weren't athletes, man. They couldn't kick a ball if you tell them something. What they did was they focused on their education. They had good guidance about how they should do, how they should think. They worked hard at it. They invest themselves. I'm gonna give you an example, man. I live it now, man. I live it. Because I'm responsible for about 3 nephews now and a niece. And one of my nephews just come here, man. He's 16. And I used to, from he's been 10, 11, man, I say to him, study your books, study your books, study your books. Because I know in his household, he didn't have the support system. So he comes to me, man. And I said, let me see your grades. Grades are atrocious, right? And I said, your free paper burn, right? You were in Jamaica. I talked to you. I said, I'm not going to take you to get good grades. He told me he was in Jamaica, man. He didn't do homework. He don't do homework. Then give homework. He don't do homework. He don't do nothing. So now he has to study every day. He comes from school from 3, from 4 to 8, including Saturdays, man. His only off day is Sundays, man. Now, will he be successful? I don't know, man. But it ain't going to be because he didn't try.
No.
So I don't talk about I'm not talking from the top of my head, and I'm not talking something which is hypothetical, man.
No, man. But I am not saying that education. No, I don't think you're saying. I don't think you're saying. I am not saying that education is not important. And the more educated you are, the higher the probabilities will be of you living what we'd call a decent life.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
However, I will say though that there are many people, especially in other words, if let's use Jamaica, working in Jamaica and earning in Jamaica as having a university degree, having your doctorate in Jamaica, you will not earn as much as Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Ewan Blake, Shelley and Fraser Price, Andre Blake, Damian Lowe. I'm coming down to the Damian Lowe now. The Alvas Powells, I'm coming down to these guys. A person who is a medical doctor in Jamaica don't earn as much as Andre Blake.
Man. Here's the policy in your argument. Here's the policy in your argument, man. Your policy. There's a big world, man. Jamaica is not the world. And most times industrialized countries buy intellectual capital. So a lot of guys you talk about, I just went to ask some lady in Jamaica who's a dermatologist, and it's only like 2 of them that I mentioned. And I'm smiling, thinking if she ever come to the US, she'd double and triple her money, quadruple her money. A lot of doctors in England leave and come to the US because England don't pay enough. Jesus Christ. Driving in New York is it's something else, boy, I tell you. It's crazy. It's funny.
Be careful, boy.
Cracky, I think you should not be. I think you and Dale should be driving and not talking. You understand me?
No. I have you on my car. You're in my car.
We need to have a longer discussion on this matter because.
I want to show with you, Andre. You and Andre need to come on a show.
Yeah, we need to do a show.
Are you a man? I'll have more stats for you, Manning.
I'm going to give you because I'm telling you, in the same way I have many failed artists and very many failed sportsmen. There are many people who have gotten degrees and they just have not actualized their full earnings or potential. It just don't happen. It's a real thing.
You can't contradict yourself. You just said. You just said that even though they may not have attained what they set out to do, they're going to be better citizens because they're educated. They're going to make better decisions. And you'll think about how to navigate their life better.
Yeah, but that's not what we're discussing though. Is sports, like Andre saying, sports as an industry. I am saying
right, and I'm saying the whole thing is about saying we're overemphasizing sports.
No,
in our society.
Oh, okay, no, and I can understand that. But when I look at even Black American culture, right?
Right.
When you look at those who end up in professional sports, Cranky, for the most part. Right. Except for those who are bad financial managers and don't have proper advice around them. Especially because most of the top sportsmen and women come out of the college system. So it's not like they're uneducated. It's just that they have chosen the the path of sports. You look at football or basketball, the baseballers, the soccer players, they come out of the college system. Most of them now complete 3 or 4 years of college. They probably complete their degrees and all of that. But sports is a viable option. In other societies, it is not, because the earnings from it are so limited. And so sports has even provided them with a platform.
I think we sometimes don't realize how much these kids have been used for previous in sports. Now we have NIL, things will change somewhat, right? NIL is changing the whole landscape.
Okay.
But they were used by university system for their talent, and they had no reward from it. They didn't go pros, they had no fallback because they weren't educated. A lot of them go do physical education in school or do some ancillary type discipline which couldn't help them to generate income, end up being in the supermarket bagging bags of the security guards. A lot of them, man, historically.
Yeah, but on the other side of that argument, that some people would argue that just by the virtue of attending college on a scholarship, especially for sports, you're being paid, right? You're being paid. But let's look at the fact that, look, from a regular degree, a bachelor's degree, to a doctorate, the average debt coming out of school is anywhere between $50,000 for a bachelor's degree and about $300,000 for a doctorate degree, right? And that's average. For some people, it will be more or less. And a lot of those people, whether it's in medicine or a lawyer or whatever, what percentage of those people don't get to practice in the field in which they're educated? There's many lawyers that's reading the news today on television, right? But at the end of the day, we all would agree that they got an education and it sets them on a path to have a good life, right? In sports, there's a lot of athletes can pay for things up front. You can carry a school loan. People carry a school loan sometimes for all their life, right? You can't get rid of it. You with me, Cranky?
I'm listening.
Yeah, they carry a school loan for all.
He's waiting anxiously to respond. That's what
Yeah. You waiting to fight.
I try to learn how to listen nowadays. I try to learn how to listen.
Well, my point is this: sports provide an opportunity for a lot of people to change their life. Okay, the sports that you follow today is what you follow: football, you follow basketball. Do you follow American football?
I follow all of the sports.
He follows New York Giants.
Right. Just imagine. What would you do? What would you do if you get up one morning and there was no sport? There was no sport, because at the end of the day, okay, let's put it this way: you watch sport from an elite perspective. So what if there's no EPL?
What if you get up one morning and you get up and there's no phone, no cell phone? What if you get up? What would happen? How would you feel if you have no cell phone? If you don't have electricity, how would you feel?
I lived without that before. I can figure that out.
Born after 1990. Now if you're born after 1990, you live without it. It's nice. It's nice. We're comparing apples and oranges.
It's all important. That's what I'm saying, though. But it's all important.
Yeah, but there's levels.
And it all plays a role in society. And I don't know that we should. I don't think. Look, if we go back into the Caribbean, your education is paid for in full by the Trinidad and Tobago government. That's an investment in education. Right? I don't know what it's like in Jamaica, right? Maybe it's the same thing. Is it the same thing, management?
No, Jamaica, you gotta pay. You gotta pay if you go to university. You gotta pay to go to. You gotta pay for some of those things. Yeah.
In Trinidad, your education is paid for. You go to school and it's taken care of. People get scholarship.
Yeah, you got oil money. You got oil money.
Well, right now, I mean, they say that education in high school is free. You don't pay school fees, really.
Yeah, we keep saying education, though, but I like us.
In college, and then like I know that in Jamaica, the medical doctors get great like subsidies, but they have to work in the government system and then they come out of it. Yeah, but you have to pay for college. Yeah, you have to pay for education, university education.
I know you do because I have 2 accounts, so I know you do. I'm paying for that.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you.
I had
So
to pay.
we all invest in education. We all understand the importance of it, but we also have to tie it to the history and the reality. Sometimes you wanna go into business, you don't have the capital, right? And you can get the capital because we don't have generational wealth where we can go and say, Mom or Dad, could you loan me $250,000 or $300,000, right? If we go to an aunt and uncle that have it, they might be skeptical of our ideas, right? Because they didn't grow up taking those type of risks. So for us, I think it's,
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna give a drop the mic moment. I'm gonna give a drop the mic moment now. Keep going on, Jim. I'm gonna drop the mic after this.
So it's more challenging. It's more challenging for us, but we are born with an innate ability with the resources that it takes to perform at high level in sports. For me, sports, the first criteria is athleticism, and we have that. We have that in abundance, right? Usain Bolt didn't become who he become entirely because he was educated. It's because he had athleticism. He could run. Now you add the education and the other parts to it, and it helped him figure out how to handle his money and whatnot. But
why is the Caribbean better at football? Since we have all these innate athleticism, why are we better at football?
No. Hold on. I said that's the fundament. That's the raw material. Hold on. Let me answer you. I could answer you. That's the raw material, right? It's just like the US. Look, diamond is very valuable. Hold on, let me answer you. Diamond is very valuable, but where is diamond? Diamond is under the ground, right? You have to go and you have to go get it, right? And you have to polish it and you have to do something with it. We have not done a good job in the Caribbean of educating that resource. We have to educate it. We can't just say we have athleticism.
So you go back to education. So you go back to what Cranky just talked about. You go back to education, didn't you?
Yes, I am not dismissing it. It's a part of it. Okay. I am fond of it. Okay. I think education is important in whatever you do. But what I'm saying to you is, I don't think we need to throw sports under the bus. I think sports is an industry.
Andre, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. There's a difference between overemphasis and throwing something under the bus. Overemphasis versus, you know what? Give other disciplines an equal chance for you to grow, develop, and advance in that discipline. It can't just be about sports 24/7.
Yeah, but sports is a young person's game, right? The opportunity to do what you're doing, right? That starts early as well. So if you go in one direction, it's a risk. No risk, no reward, right? So some people take a risk in sport and it pay off. And for some, I wouldn't say don't, because at the end of the day, you get to do things in sports that others wouldn't get to do because they go in a different route, right? They get to travel.
Here's a difference, Andre. Here's a difference. Studying is not fun for most people. Sports is fun for most people. Most people are going to do what's fun. We don't spend enough time with our kids educating them, pushing them, challenging them. Right? We don't. Look in Brooklyn, for example, where the Asian community dominate the better schools, the technical schools. This is where the world is going. If you go to Brooklyn Academy, downtown Brooklyn, the science and technology school, there's very few blacks in there, dominated by Asians and Caucasians.
Here's my issue, like Cranky, all right? Because we're going, like I said, we need a full show on this, and we're going to do this on your platform whenever you're ready. Dr. Dan says here in the US, 75% of pro athletes go broke 5 years after retirement. And then he says education is key. I don't believe somebody going broke is necessarily tied to education. Because if you talk, I'm going to go further.
Dr. Dan is an informed Dr. Dan, let me say this. Dr. Dan was an accountant who became a doctor.
I know. So let me tell you this, though.
Dr. Dan is an informed party.
But let me finish, though. Okay. Let me finish. The assumption, because now we're going to have to define and clarify. Because a lot of these pro athletes completed colleges with degrees, some even in accounting, and end up being
name me one in accounting who went broke. Name me one in accounting who went broke.
I can do research and show you. I can do research.
Yes,
I'm going to do research and I'm going to get that and present it. So here's the point I'm making. it is not a lack of education why people go broke. Because if lack of education makes people broke, then uneducated people can't be rich.
Man is man.
Can an uneducated no, listen, can an uneducated person be wealthy?
So hold on a minute.
No.
Hold on a minute.
Guys, let me say, guys. Here's what we do, which frustrates me. We use aberrations, we normalize them, and we say, see, I told you, I'm right.
No, but I haven't done that, Cranky.
But what you're saying, that's what you're saying.
No.
In order to make your point, in order to make it...
No, I am not saying that you're wrong, you know. I did not say that. Listen what I'm saying. When we begin to determine people in professional sports getting to a point where they are broke and say it is connected to education, right? What we're also saying is that if you're uneducated, you can't have wealth because you're going to lose it.
Man, that's so much nonsensical thinking. You just say, man,
but that is why you cannot say it. Cranky. Cranky. You know that people have life control. Listen why? Because people have life controlling habits. A person who likes to gamble can lose all their wealth, not because they're uneducated, but they have a life controlling habit. And life controlling habits have little to do with education many times.
The man is saying, because I have money and I'm not educated, I'm confused.
Hold on a minute. Let me see. On
average, I would say a lesser educated athlete, and once not educated, is gonna go broke more often than not than one that's educated. There's not even any comparison.
Hold on a minute. And this is what Dr. Dunn did was quite interesting. I don't know. If you look, you're gonna find a lot of different percentages about pro athletes going broke. But Americans consider themselves to be consumers. A consumer is someone who spend a lot. They spend on almost everything. Why do these people go broke? They go broke not because they're not educated or because for any reason other than they don't spend the money properly.
That is what I'm saying.
Right, they don't spend the money properly. That's why they go broke. So for Dr. Dunn to tie this to education, I'm not so sure that is accurate because
that is all I'm saying.
There's a lot of guys who are billionaires in this country and millionaires and they didn't go college. Right? They did not go college. Education is important. I agree with that. I would never go against that. But I think to tie these statistics, look, there's about 40 million Americans living at or below the poverty line. That's broke. You understand what I'm saying? At or below the poverty, 40 million people.
So that 40 million, is that 40 million educated? How much are they educated? You gotta be careful.
I am sure some of them are. Some of them have degrees. I don't know about educated. But some of them have degrees.
But so there's also, we gotta think of the concept. It's somebody financially literate, financially educated. That's also part of the concept we think about it, right? If I'm not financially literate, I'm gonna get myself to that point. It doesn't mean we don't have aberrations. People who make billions and millions go broke sometimes, but they may overinvest. They may be in an industry which is out of favor. A lot of different reasons for that. Let's stick with norm. Let's stick with median. Let's stick with average. Let's not stick with at one end of the totem pole or below the end of the totem pole. Let's not do that, right? And if you do it the right way and think the right way, you cannot knock education.
No, Cranky.
And to do so is be disingenuous.
Cranky, listen. Education is important, and I've said this publicly, that if I have a choice on my kids in Jamaica, listen, take the path of education, all right? Because sports ain't going to do it. In some other space, in Europe, I'd say, listen, if you're a great football player, stick to football, but still pursue education. So one becomes primary, the other becomes secondary. It depends on where you are. Context is important. In the Jamaican culture, you have to put education first because we have way more, a greater percentage of people becoming successful pursuing education than sports in Jamaica. So you have to work with those. That's just the average and what it is like. However, I know that persons, just people in general, even athletes, a lot of times poor financial decision, and let's go and break down what education is, because a person can have a degree in medicine and don't manage finances well.
That's true.
So
and that's a lot of people in this country. That's a lot of people here.
So being having a degree, like I have very close relatives who have degrees, but they don't handle money well.
Manning,
I don't want to get myself in problems. I'm being very discreet, but they suffer financially.
But I don't think we can say it. I don't think we can say. I don't think we can say that if we do the comparison, somebody's educated versus uneducated in terms of their ability to make good decisions, right?
Right. Okay.
Uneducated versus educated, you're gonna make better decisions, which may include your finances. Doesn't mean a lot of people don't make bad financial decisions, but they sometimes go with what they want versus what's practical or what is logical. So sometimes our brain get clouded by, you know what? I want this nice car, I can't afford it, and even though I have no better, I still follow my desire for that car or my desire for the thing which is expensive. Yeah, it's an emotional decision versus a practical decision. Sometimes we're not illogical. But in general, Manning, the point I'm trying to make in my program, which is where we started off, which is this, is that we overemphasize sports at the detriment sometimes of other disciplines, which we shouldn't do, I don't think.
Yeah. I like what this person says right here. It says, Shaq was an uneducated person, but was financially educated. Until his accountant spoke to him about his 1 million spent in 24 hours.
They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. Shaq was never uneducated. Shaq grew up in a Jamaica household with his father, who is a military man. Shaq's education was always straight. But Shaq was uneducated.
You know what, to Cranky? There are many persons, because like there are persons as well who, and athletes. Let's use Usain Bolt as an example. Usain Bolt had an investment where he lost we don't know, a lot of money. Yeah. There are also situations, I believe, where athletes make bad investment.
Yeah, that's not uneducated management. That happens.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily bad investment. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't.
Yes.
It's just unscrupulous people doing
was that a bad investment, or he trusted the wrong people, or is it the same thing? I don't know.
I don't think that was on you. I think people sometimes are not what they purport themselves to be. You can get in situations where you invest in a company, which is supposed to be regulated, by the way, people. It's a regulated company, right? And the government should take responsibility for that, because they should ensure that those people have the right controls in place to protect people's money.
Yep.
So I'm not going to blame Usain for that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Usain. I think that's the whole system.
I think Dr. Dan has clarified his statement. He says that they are not educated in that particular topic, which I believe a lot of people need to get. When you're at a certain level, whether you're a medical doctor learning a lot, you're an athlete earning a lot, you need to be financially educated. You need to learn money management. And again, there are some people. Listen, I know people who the amount of money they spend on what I call life controlling habits. Them have to gamble and drink.
Yeah.
Cranky, I was to make this point to you the other night. An experience that I had. I was in a room. It was a retirement party some years ago for a professor at a university. And it dawned on me that I was in a room with a lot of people that was carrying the handle doctor doctor this, doctor that, doctor the other, doctor the other. But I was also in a room with no millionaires. You understand what I'm saying? There were no millionaires in the room, right? But they're educated, right? And we can take and we can throw a bunch of footballers in a room, just like we could do with the other doctors, that is wealthy and you can find too. But in that, they were all educated, they all had the doctorate, they all taught at universities, but they weren't millionaires.
Right.
And there are many.
No. Some of them are millionaires. You know why I say that?
I'm talking about the room I was in.
No. I'm telling you, some of them are millionaires. Here's what you don't know.
Uh-huh.
So I used to work at a company. I used to work at a company where they manage monies for they manage money for all the universities, right? For major universities, Harvard, Yale, whatever it is. And what happens is those doctors you're talking about that are in academia, they may not be millionaire on paper, but if you look at their retirement account, there are millions in there. Trust me. They don't even. I had a guy say that this the other day. He said, I went to my parents, the professor at his university. He had no idea how much money he had until I go into his account. He had $3 million in there because the university they contribute. It's almost like a defined benefit plan versus defined contribution plan, and that thing grow. So they may not have a big house, they may have a big car, but their retirement income, if they can take it out, trust me, it's big. So don't be surprised. I'm not saying in your case it may not be, but a lot of them maybe they don't even realize that they are. Trust me.
I think
if they're in the university system, yeah.
I don't think if you say sports is overemphasized in the Caribbean where it's not an industry, I think it's 100% correct. I think in a lot of places in the world, I mean, Saudi Arabia started a league and paying footballers millions of dollars. There's a reason for that. I think society, I don't know what society would do without it. It's important. Dude, I don't know what you did to Duklan.
I'm telling you, I don't know what is going on.
You did to Duklan. What Duklan said, I was gonna say something to Cranky one day. I said, let me leave that alone. Cranky, what did you do to Duklan?
So guys, I can't see what's being written. And
so just now when you said
Andre, just continue. Realize I've not said anything about Duklan's comment because I figure that there's an issue right here. I want to take care of it.
No, there is no issue between me and Duklan. Some people are haters in life, and there are gonna be continuous haters, and they can keep hating. I don't have to deal with a moron because I know he's a moron. I don't deal with morons. I know who I am. I know what I've done in my life. I don't have to talk to a moron and deal with a moron. You're a moron and people listen to you. It's sad that there's the morons. I keep moving on. I have no idea what he's saying. I don't want to hear what he's saying because he's a moron.
I hope Prezi isn't rubbing off on you now.
So not a moron.
No, but I think sports is important. It provides a avenue for those that have the talent. I think there's a difference.
But Andre, you and management have been doing this, which I'm very disappointed in.
What?
We talk about Saudi Arabia. We talk about these big things. How many hospitals do we have in the world, people?
No.
What's the opportunity? No. Get me my point though. Mm-hmm. How many hospitals do we have? How many companies do we have?
I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is that
Jesus Lord, this place is a madhouse. Go ahead. Sorry, Andre. I'm in Best Buy. It's a madhouse.
I don't know what you're doing out there. I don't know what you're doing out there today.
It's not me. It's not doing me. No, it's not me. It's not me.
The man going to buy the latest iPhone.
No. It's not me. It's not me. I don't shop on Fridays. I shop on Mondays. I didn't come here. I was taking someone here, so I'm not here buying anything. I don't shop on Fridays. I shop on Mondays.
And Mondays when everybody's at work, right?
Cyber Monday. He's waiting on Cyber Monday.
Yeah, but I had no choice. I had to come out here, not have my own volition. Yeah, I'm listening.
No, but you I think that program that you did the other day, it is so broad, and I think it's an important discussion that it probably needs to be broken up and be taken. But because the education piece of it, I believe that there's a difference, a fundamental difference between education and qualification. I think that context needs to be part of the discussion, because I think we use education just we use it to cover everything, right? And I think we have to look at what education truly means and how it's supposed to affect society, how it's supposed to affect the people that we are responsible for or around. Like, it's hard for anybody to argue with me that Cranky is uneducated. Why? It's not because of what qualification you have or whatever the case may be. You just mentioned that you have 4 nephews that you are putting through school, right? You're helping them to make their lives better because you understand the importance of it. You understand the importance of it. So whether you were helping them to do that through school, 3 of them through school, and you put them one through baseball to try to help him become a top baseball player, you're putting them on a better platform. And I think if you're educated, you behave like that, right? If you're qualified, I think it's a different behavior, right? You are knowledgeable about a particular subject matter and it works for you. And I tell you something about education that we need to be careful about. I heard it last night on your show again. The idea was put forth that Rudolph Speed and Cavaliers is being successful because he has an A license, right? I don't know that I agree with that, simply because he's been coaching for a long time. Now, does the A license, does the going through the course to get the A license, does that give him information that he can add to his skill set to what he was doing? I'm sure it does. But if he's considered a good coach today, it cannot be because he just did an A license course a few months ago. I can't accept that.
But Andre, let me just say, Andre, Rudolph Speed is an educated, let me just get to my point. Rudolph Speed is an educated person.
Right.
He's a learned person. Right? So the accreditation just sort of substantiate what he's been doing all his life. And as you said, it will be enhancement because he may learn things in the course that supplements what he already does.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should be sold as well. Yeah. He is good now because he did the A license. You know, to sell it like that.
No, I don't think is anybody saying that? That's not.
Yeah, I think I heard that yesterday. I think I heard a list of names that now have an A license. That if you look at who's having success, it's associated with that. I think that was the discussion.
Man's man, you don't have a nonsense meter? Man's man, you don't have a nonsense meter?
I thought you weren't watching. I thought you weren't watching.
I can't see man's man. No, I'm asking you because your guys are my eyes. You're my eyes. I can't see. I have my phone on. I'm gonna watch what you're saying when I'm on the phone with you. The phone is on I don't even have my AirPods on. What I'm saying is this, because you telling me what somebody's saying, you need to put up your nonsense, because I've been giving the nonsense meter once, on oral show.
Really?
You gotta stop beating him afterwards. Yeah. I told him the other day, you know what? Of course I went back. I'm trying to promote my program. What are you guys talking about? I didn't go back because I'm trying to promote my program. Any news is good news. I remember that. Any news is good.
Invite him onto yours. I think you should invite him onto your program.
Well, I did invite him, but I'm not sure he's going to take up my invite. I told him that he's had life easy. He needs to be put under pressure. So he should come on my program so I can get some pressure. So we'll see if he takes up the invite. We'll see if he takes the invite. No, but I told him this. He gave me the nonsense meter because I didn't agree with him. There's a difference, right? Because he said the other day I was making sense, and I said, you see, I'm making sense because you agree with me. But that can't be the rationale.
Let me tell you this. I'm offended when I'm talking to somebody and they say like, "Oh, yeah, man, you're making sense now." That is very offensive, because it's not like all along I've been talking nonsense, and I'm not. If you have to tell me that I'm making sense, I'm offended by that.
I'm glad you said that. You just reminded me of something earlier on in your show.
Yes.
Earlier on in your show, you made a statement that this group of people own all the banks. You can get demonetized for that. You need to be careful.
You know what?
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, because I said, you know,
you don't need to repeat it. You don't need to repeat it. Frank, you know what he said, right? You didn't hear when he said it?
Who said what? I can't
Man.
see. I can only hear.
He said,
what did you say?
He said this group of people own all the banks.
The Jewish people he said, he said Jewish people? Is what he said? You guys should be scared of saying certain things. You guys are actually scared of this program. You know?
I don't want to blame me for his platform getting demonetized. So
yeah.
But, I mean, the banks in the States are owned by Caucasians.
Of course. That's not. No, wait.
Bank of America, all of the major banks are owned by Caucasians. JP Morgan.
No. You can't say that. You can't say that. The banks that are public are owned by the public, majority of whom may be Caucasians.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're a public company and you have shareholders, then those shares can be bought by any and everyone. The problem with our community is that we don't learn enough about the stock market to invest in companies unless it's your 401k. So yes, I would say Caucasians have a disproportionate share of the markets than other races do in the US. But they're public companies, so anybody can buy the shares in those companies. They're not private banks are different, right? So private bank. But look, Caucasians have most of the wealth in the US. That's not debatable.
Yeah.
That's not debatable.
The Crankies own Walmart. No, I mean not this Cranky.
You never know.
No, I think Walmart is not. Is Walmart public? I don't think Walmart is public.
No, Walmart is
Walton. Walmart is owned by the Walton family.
Walton,
started in Arkansas way back when. Yeah. In fact, one of the Crankies are married to one of the Walmart people. So Arsenal have interest in Walmart. No, they're not interested in Walmart, but the Walmart family is married to the Crankies. So money married money management. Money married money.
What do you call that? Joint venture?
No, Walmart was in the no. Yeah. Joint venture money.
Management raised an interesting question just now before I came on, and you all didn't take it anywhere. That if you all started, it's interesting. He used a chicken joint. If you all created a chicken restaurant, fried chicken, that people would buy from Kentucky instead of buying from you guys.
Yeah.
Why you think that is?
If you start Bertram fried chicken, I mean, I think we have been so cultured that we believe that
I don't think cultured is the word. Cultured is not the word to use. Cultured is cultured is a different word.
Brainwash?
Yeah.
That anything outside of us is better than us.
Right.
And so if it is from Andre, if Cranky were to come to Jamaica to run the football as a black man, he can't be good. We are more accepting of others more than we're accepting. Yes.
Is that why Tappa with boy is not your coach? I couldn't have that. Sorry, I couldn't have that.
I'm just
it's because he said that ugly. What is it because he said that?
I guess
that's the
reason. So that's what I feel like we have a different appreciation for others more than we do for, and that is why I don't know, and I think probably only in sports, like if you see, a Caucasian and a black person who want the black person to win, maybe we have that. But when it comes down to general life,
I think it's a little deeper than that. I think if we know who the owner is, if it's somebody that we know we're familiar with, I think it's harder for people to spend their money with it. But if they don't know who the owner is, and it happens to be a black person, I think it's not as prevalent in that way. The more distant it is from, more distant the owner is from the consumer.
No, Andre, let's not camouflage it. And management is right. We think we're in most things apart from sports. We think we're inferior mostly apart from sports. And so if we see a Jewish lawyer, we think it's better than a black lawyer. We use so many examples out there to suggest that we're inferior. It's a fact.
If you go to the doctor right now, and you see a white surgeon and a black surgeon, most people want to go to the white surgeon.
So then what we on about with education then, if that's the case?
Well, I don't know if it is education. I don't know. I don't know.
It is education in terms of realizing that, you know what? People based on their confidence, not based on their skin color or their history.
I think sometimes we don't feel as though we need to earn the business of people that look like us. I think sometimes we feel that they're supposed to do business with us just because.
But I see. Listen, I was on a flight recently, and the pilot was African American. And you know, every passenger that came up when I was going in. So, are you really the pilot?
You sound like a Jamaican talking.
You think you that pilot to the next car and ask that? They're gone in. They're gone in.
Yeah. So
yeah, but it's sad, Manning.
Yeah.
So Cranky, you need to do that show again, and I think you need to search for a clinical psychologist to come on to kind of unpack some of these things. I think you need a little more expertise.
I'm doing management when you
I'm going to send the link to Duckland.
You know what, man? There's some people who have a lot of mouth in the background management. You don't come forward. It's like TikTok or football guru. Or what's the other person name? Another person. They all in the background. You invite them on and they duck.
Yeah, so you know that the man, the guru on TikTok is the same person.
Yeah. But I'm saying they never come on, man. They never come on. They can't come on because you know they're affiliated, right? They can't come on.
Yes.
They can't come on. There's another person too. I think a Paul Edwards or something like that. Check it out. It's three of the same people or something. I don't know who they are, but they have the same. Their thought process is the same. Their positions are the same. It never changes.
Yeah.
You should try to get Jordan Peterson on. Man, is there any clinical psychologist in Jamaica?
Yeah, man, I can get on someone. Yeah, man. Yeah.
It'd be good to get a clinical psychologist on, Cranky.
Yeah,
we can explain some of our behaviors.
I have a college professor. I have a college professor that I know that could come on and do it.
Okay, I was going to suggest someone like Dr. Uma, but Cranky gonna lose it.
No. We don't want a con man. We don't want a con man. Man, I've been at school for the last 20 years. School can't finish mathematics, man. Every year, the plumbing not working.
Man, this is the point where you say the opinions of Cranky Live is not the opinion of
Con man.
It's true because even in Jamaica, I can say this. People say, right now, I build my house, me don't want no Jamaican or Chinese to build it because the Jamaican them when they don't want to work this and them not to work this and stuff. It is a real thing. I know in Jamaica that they will say that Chinese to come fix the road, Chinese to do this because Jamaican people them don't want to work and them not do the work. It is a reality.
Yeah, look, and I think sometimes a few will really destroy. Sometimes, look, some things are cultural, so we operate. And sometimes there's a few that destroys the majority in terms of how they operate, right? That's what happens.
Cranky, man, you're going to get yourself in problems because if Paul Edwards said, why is Cranky calling my name, you know?
Because you're supposed to program chatting nonsense. I'm call your name. We're chatting bunch of garbage. You want the war? We can't have the war now. We don't run for war now. We don't start war, people. We finish them. We don't start and finish them. That's what, yeah.
Like Andre said, these are Cranky's views, right? So yes, Cranky Live this evening. I see.
So what I'm talking was coming back to talk about that. Every time I talk, I idiot me I talk. Me I talk nonsense. You don't know me I talk about. I hate management in my come on. Why would somebody come on your program? Why we go on to this program we think talking nonsense all the time? Why are you on the program in the first place? That's why you, Paul Edwards. You see I talk garbage all the time. And then you're on my program all the time. Why are you there? Makes no sense. It's logical.
Maybe he's trying
If I think somebody's talking nonsense,
maybe he's trying to clean up the garbage.
He's a garbage man. I didn't know he's a garbage man.
Where's Dr. Dunn located? Is he in Jamaica or is he in the
Florida?
He's in Florida. So he said here that he said they push sports.
I told him I'm gonna bring him on my program. I'm gonna bring him on my program because I want people like him on my program. Talking about stuff. His experience is very unique, right? His situation is very, very unique.
And
very unique. I never heard of somebody who gone to be an accountant and then become a doctor. That's not normal.
Yeah, but the truth is, Cranky, do you know that there is an entire, I don't know if you call it a tribe in Nigeria, that almost everybody from that, they are doctors, you know. Like some saying that it is, whether they come to the States, they end up in medicine. If they come to Jamaica,
but Nigerians are exceptional people, man, when it comes to that education. Exceptional people, man. Good and bad. They have a whole place at Houston where them say it's fraudulent.
The Igbos, yes. Igbo, yes. There you go, Dr. Dan. There you go.
Yeah, man. Exceptional people, man. Exceptional. I used to mentor someone that was living in England. Exceptional people. Educationally and otherwise. But they don't get the credit that some other people do. But they should. I think this notion that some race are much more informed, educated than others is nonsense. I think if you invest in yourself and invest time, most of you can get the results you're looking for. You gotta invest time and do it smartly. Not just work hard, but work smart. But we can't say sports is the elixir for everything because it's not. So that's where you and I and Andre may not agree.
I don't know that.
Andre, if Andre is a certain discipline, and you say anything that may be negative for the discipline, Andre jump on you know. Management, I tell you, Andre is sportsman. You don't realize that management? Yeah. Call out Andre. That's what Andre.
What you say about discipline?
Andre is in sports management. If you say anything about sports which suggests it's negative, Andre is going to say, you know what? We got to talk. I totally agree with you.
I know where he's going.
Andre is not objective. Andre is not objective on certain subjects. So we'll leave it alone.
You think I don't know that?
Not objective. A management, one that you know about, I totally agree with you, management. Not objective.
Okay. All right.
I am very objective.
I'll tell you what you want.
By the way, management, I just said Andre. Did I send you the clip of Partey against Sporting?
No. The tape? No.
So people, go on YouTube. There's somebody do a compilation of Partey's touches against Sporting Lisbon.
No, send it for me. He was very good in that game.
If you want to see somebody who plays CDM people, every number 6 you go look at that tape. And we talk about footballers. His brain is a computer on the football field.
Cranky.
You know what he plays, Manning? Yes, I'm going to send it to you.
Yeah.
Listen, there's an Arsenal fan from Jamaica who wanted Arsenal to sell Partey. I think
madman. It's a madman. Literally madman. Any man when they say Partey, a madman.
Yeah. Well, boy.
I am. You know what? I am not even going to continue this conversation because I'm keeping my composure. I'm keeping my...
Andre.
I chose to remain composed in this because I don't want to go down this line of discussion because I'm going to talk about Rice and Sakai and Ben White. All right.
Management. Rice should be on the bench, management.
He knows that too.
Marino, Partey, and Odegaard.
He knows that too. If you don't know that,
Hey,
you're
money
the
man,
only
go
person
watch
that
the
don't know
last
that.
game. Go watch the last game that Marina and Party played together, and in those pockets management behind how they beat the first line of defense and create opportunities on against the second line. Go watch that game management when Marino is in the pocket, feeling no pressure with 3 men around him. That's what we got to teach Jamaican footballers to play midfield.
Listen, I'm going to run leave you guys, because it's like what time you on later? Because the Reggae Girlz game coming up and thing, and I want to watch the Southampton.
I have to ask permission. I don't know yet.
Oh, I have to watch Brighton versus Southampton, and it's about to. I think it's time now. So
game is on today. I didn't know that. I didn't know game is on today.
Yeah, man.
What time?
I'm gonna watch it on tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it on tomorrow. Arsenal.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm gonna watch it on Arsenal versus West Ham tomorrow.
What time is the game, man?
Brighton game is 3 o'clock.
No, the South Africa game.
Oh, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock your time?
All right, man. Where's the game being shown? Where's the game being shown, man?
On the JFF YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cranky,
okay.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah.
You are at Best Buy. I thought I thought you were earning permission.
Apparently, I need more credit.
You've been bad.
You know what? Because I did a show yesterday, and I have to make up for that time, that 2 hours that I dedicated to that show. So I have to make up for that.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, Cranky.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, Andre. Blessings.
All right.
Yeah. Good having you guys on. Hello? Hello? All right. I think I saw. Oh. Gunners boss. You call at the end of the show.
I make Cranky them. I make Cranky Andre lock up the phone and talk about who like that. You know, she say,
Gunners boss. Gunners boss. The show has been.
What you know, man? Maybe talk no man, man. You know, everything will take literally.
No.
Some on social media where they have to work. You know, for me part I work. No.
Yeah.
They have black issue because what? They have them show around. You don't love you, you don't fight so much, you know, over the whole time. You show after we when you hand a microphone like Uno, Andre and Frank. So no come on, take a little 3 minutes and run along, make me can call and talk to 1 2 minutes. You know, sit down here for half hour and 1 hour for next one. You can go past screen to call the pretty everybody, you know, on the fun. So the come off a phone and make me get that time to talk. Now we show down and me can't get to say nothing.
But you talk right now.
But Martha, big goal, the goal of the year, the goal of the century, the big goal for Orlando where the I mean, I me want to talk about, but it's too late now.
No, man, talk about it, man.
Where you say it's not the goal of the century?
No, I'm saying talk about the goal. I say that you want to talk about.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see the goal. That's why I want you to talk about it.
Yeah, I get a call here right now. That work me doing it, so I'll fetch you back next time. Just remember the matter goal I century. I ask the big talk of them when they attack last time about it, because me see that it's wicked. Me not seen a goal like that. Me not seen a man in a knowledge goal, no goal like Martha goal last couple nights ago in the WSL. But man, really, watching these women's league, it look like the US women's soccer league are the best league in the world right now.
Yeah, man. I think it's still the number one.
Number one by far, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we
because they're still the number one. They're still the number one. Only thing you can probably compare it to is the Champions League, which is all of the European teams playing. But as a league in a country by itself, it is the number one. USA is still the number one team in the world in women's football.
Yeah, and but me I want to know all these teams now. They bring in all these superstars. Gotham City have all of these Trinity Rodman, them and all of these girls and all them a play. Them have a little 18-year-old, about 2 of them. Where them are groomed to come in at the women's national team. What I'm saying is, I don't want to punish her over this, but I want to see she come over here, come take over the women's Premier League too. Because I think over here, so she gonna get more shine. Because the woman them over this part get more shine more than any other part in the world. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think playing in the Champions League is a big deal. I get to play against the Barcelonas, and remember, Spain did well at the last World Cup, boss, Women's World Cup, So you're playing against Barcelona, Real Madrid, the PSGs. Those are big teams in Europe, you know. They're playing in the American League don't allow that.
Okay, well, we just want to go out there and give people who just go out there and give them some follow and give them some support. Because I notice they don't like the woman them not supporting a man. When you go out there and go give the woman them some support and go push out and show up the more. When they don't like the woman in charge. You have to push out when the game them a play and go search. Because I see when the woman them a play, I see nobody there on the internet to ask. Man, when we can't find the game them, but as two women play, everybody I run up and down and the spot and can watch the game them. Why some support for the woman them? Yeah, I tell you, I'm gonna stop yet for our sisters, our mothers, and the daughters, and our girlfriends, and them people. Yeah, man, big up yourself in the show.
Every time, man. Every time,
and all the people, them will call it, and it on the thing. Them give some good information, but you know, have on a show. Frankie, Lego F4, hold the phone. And subscribe to your channel about 6 months, and I feel sorry for you. I might subscribe next week.
All right, go ahead, boss.
Big up on yourself.
All right.
Andre, pick up yourself. You're on the whole Trinity crew.
Yeah, man. Every time.
Dr. Dan, see him with your man's man. All on in the comment section. RR. The whole on a long time. I'm not sure to Travis Tessa. You don't know. All on, but gone.
A long time. All right, go ahead, boss.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jace representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.
All right, so there you go, people. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share as you go. I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports as usual. Comes to the end of the show. We say we are over. We are out of here.